Good morning, Sassy Fam, and welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to go ahead and keep the intro short today. I am trying to practice vocal moderation right now. Feeling a little temperamental back there, so that tells me something's coming through. It's most likely a reaction to all the spring pollen. I must say, things are exquisitely beautiful. Oh, the greens and the blossoms are just, well, they're blossoming, aren't they? But like always, my vocal cords, sinuses, they don't like that so much. So that would be my first guess. But yeah, there you go. Today, we're going to go ahead and do a general overview with a concentration of the mid-month for April. Yeah? But like always, with any general overview, take what resonates, leave what does not. Do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate, which I know is frustrating, but it's also normal. If that's the case, check out the placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. This really isn't meant to have a concentration of someone else's energy, but in case a them or they pops up, then you reverse those energies as you see fit. All right, you guys, I will see you for some upcoming shorts, the Thursday check-in, and I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's up? What's going on? Show me Leo, please. What's going on for Leo? What's going on? Show me Leo, please. First card down, Judgment, Eight of Swords, excuse me, and Seven of Swords. Well, you're looking at something now. I grant you, it's not the easiest thing, but you're looking at it, which is good. There it is, Temperance, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, nice. The Fool, Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Good job. When somebody does the work, it shows, always. And that's what you're doing. You're showing me I've done the work. I'm going to keep doing the work. But eventually, I'm going to open up and it's going to be brilliant. And so it is. It's absolutely wonderful. Splendiferous. I believe this is a word. I don't know. I heard it once and it stuck with me. So we hope it's a real valid word. I don't know. I don't have my dictionary in front of me. Anyway, Judgment, Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. That's a lot of blindness there, a lot of willful blindness. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to discuss it, whatever it was. It is a form of self-sabotage, putting this off. Again, it's inconvenient. I don't want to deal with it. Seven of Swords plus Eight of Swords, that adds up to a bunch of mental, I don't care, shut up, leave me alone. I don't like it. Chaos, go away. In Judgment, okay, a sense of release. You're working through it. It's kind of like, let me suspend all the activity in my mind and look at something from perhaps a spiritual point of view in terms of lessons and application, and then how do I relate to it instead of just assuming to shut it down, which is something, Leo, I'm looking at you've always done. And what the topic is, I don't know. You would know best. Something that had a lot of mental discharge in terms of noise, but block. And now with Judgment, let's suspend that. Let's give it to the universe. See what answers are in there. So, good job. Temperance, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Yeah. And now that you've got some answers for yourself, you're like, this is good. This is good stuff. Like you were literally telling me, this is good stuff. I'm glad I chose to sit here and work through it. In fact, I'm not anxious to leave this spot. So this is one of the few times I see the Four of Pentacles in a positive position. Okay, in terms of this is what I've learned, and it feels good. It's not the easiest, but I can handle this. You're saying I can handle it. I can handle this knowledge. I can adopt it. I understand how I relate to it now. I understand how to apply it to me. I get it. And as you acquire more and more knowledge, right, the better you feel. So I don't know what your advanced learning lesson was here, but it was quite the process. And you're not going to be anxious to leave this for a while, which is cool. The Fool, Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands, and then boom. There goes your energy. It's showing up externally now as vibrant, light, joyous, happy, celebratory. And then also, there's the sense of freshness and lightness attached to you in the future. That's actually quite admirable. And this is, again, from that space of I tackled a difficult subject. I learned what I needed to learn. I didn't rush the process. I stuck with it, even when it was uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. And now I'm ready to open up, have some new energy, something. But look at you. You're all but bursting at the seams right there. Okay. We're going to pull a couple of clarifiers per section. Let's see what we kind of handed over to the universe there. And said, all right, I'm going to ask for help on this one. I don't want to keep ignoring it, right? Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Judgment. What is this, please? Eight of Swords. Man, the Leo I'm looking at, when you want to ignore something, you'll ignore it hard. Oh, my. Eight of Swords, Page of Wands, and Strength. And it had directly to do with you, your perception of self. That's it. Long story short. Perception of self, how you interpret strength, how you've been using it over the years, over the course of your lifetime even, your own sense of pride, and how it's been good for you, when and where how your pride has worked for you and works against you, a lot of the things you could not see or just didn't want to see, and again, above all, how you could relate to it spiritually. And again, what does that say about you and your character? So this is something that's really been hard for you to open up towards, and how you directly see or perceive yourself, okay? And how overall you relate to the greater scheme of things, spiritually and otherwise. Who are you as a person? Your thoughts, the things you've been ignoring about yourself, your own particular sense of development, frankly, knowing when and where to how to ask for help. And did you ever take that seriously? You know, there's a lot in there. But yeah, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit about yourself to catch up to. Okay. You know, because you ignoring whatever that was kind of your own indirect way of saying I don't need help on a critical issue. And it turns out you did. Okay, we all do. We all need to ask for help from time to time, even the most stubborn and prideful of us, you know, and fixed signs. Oh, yeah. Temperance. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. I like how you're comfortably sitting in this knowledge. And you're like, I'm cool right here. I like this. I like this lane. I like that. It suggests you learned a lot of things that ground you, give you a sense of direction, something to focus on, determination. Good place for healing. Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Hanged Man. A lot of your healing and thoughts take place around a connection that at some points, one of you, there's two people in there, but it's in this space of reflection on history, okay? There was a soul connection here. Whether or not you believe in that, that's cool. I don't care. It's just someone whom you spent a lot of time with and you developed memories with, an emotional pattern with, and therefore unique undercurrent with. This is someone who, again, you identify as having a unique bond with. And we think about the parting of ways quite a bit. And it's all going to go back to how you perceive yourself and what you thought of it and how you played into it and what your contribution was and how you understand things from their point of view. That's all here with Temperance. And up until recently, you blocked it. I don't want to think about it. I had no role or part to play or nothing to learn from this. And I never need to ask for help about this anyway. I know myself. That kind of stuff. We had to give that over. And when we did, we come back with a lot more information. A lot more. And it involves emotions now and a connection here. And our recovery from it and what we've learned from it and about ourselves in the process. And it's all good stuff. But at some point, yeah, we think about this a lot. Ace of Cups, Six of Cups. Has somebody, you or them, walked from the connection? And what does that mean? And now, with the Hanged Man here, suggests during your active space of contemplation and healing, okay, and therefore active points of view, you can kind of see things from their side of the board now, as well as your own. So you're showing me clarity from two different perspectives. It's like I understand mine now, and maybe I understand them a little better too. So there was a lot of teaching in there. So that Six of Cups, it doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate person. This is someone whom you go way back with, you have a history with, and that could be anybody. Okay. So ultimately, I get it, is what you're showing me. I get it. I get it. I get it for me. And while I may not know exactly all of their story, I kind of get it for them too. Right? All right. Cool. Good job. What I really like is that you're showing me the deep appreciation about what this connection taught you, but specifically what it taught you about you, which is beautiful. And you're kind of making a not so subtle point on something I point out to people all the time. All of these soul bonds, they're meant to be unique and or different. Otherwise, we would have no reason or rather motivation to learn. And that's what it did. So therefore, we know that soul bond then in some way did its job, even if it's not with you anymore. Okay. The Fool, Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands. The Fool, Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands. The High Priestess. I'm sorry. I thought I said it out loud. I did not. Seven of Wands, the World, the High Priestess. Okay, there's something here about the lowering of the boundaries. And you're kind of just going to go with what you feel. And that's cool. I respect that. And excuse me, that kind of makes sense a little bit with the Fool here. And the Eight of Wands and the Ace. Do you see how vibrant that is? Just one word comes to mind. Open, open, open. Vivacious, bright. It's almost like you... How can I put this? What am I trying to say? It's almost like you took off your training wheels. You know? It's like I can ride a bike now. 2 wheels. No safety supports. Because don't get me wrong, I have nothing against... In fact, I strongly encourage boundaries and standards. But you're saying I really don't want to be defensive or actually hold myself back in this position. I want to open up. I don't want to keep safeguarding myself. Because remember back here, like I'm just going to hang out here for a while and think of my thoughts and do my healing. Thank you. Like, okay. I'm kind of releasing the hold I put on myself. And I want to open up, and I'm just going to kind of go with what I feel, right? So that sense of being guarded or having default mechanisms that kind of kept you in check or kept you safe from your point of view, no influence. You're like, we're going to go ahead and dismiss that. I trust myself to ride my bike without training wheels. I'm going to listen to myself. So I don't know what you're talking to. I don't know what you're opening up towards. I don't know what you're blasting that beautiful, bold Leo energy at, what you're talking to, because there is some sort of, conversation and or communication here. Okay, I just want you to go with it. You got it. What you're feeling here is correct, 1,000%. I want you to go with it. I just know it makes you feel alive. It makes you feel good. And I think it's a very good representation of everything that you learned. And that you honestly feel you can open up towards at some point in the future. So I know it's vague, but honey, not everything needs to be mapped out. Sometimes it just needs to be experienced boldly and brightly and all those things Leo is known for. And above all, you'll feel it for your damn self. Do you really need the tarot lady to tell you what you're going to do and do so beautifully? No, you feel it out for yourself as you go along, okay? All right, what's going on? How do we do? Not bad. Not bad. Shield of resilience. Yeah. Let's see. Employ your shield of resilience, guarding against the external pressures while nurturing our internal strength in love and career. Okay, I can see where that was very active over here. And then you see how you let literally that shield, that guard, that sense of resilience down. And you're like, I'm just kind of go by what I feel and just be open. Do you see how the mechanism kind of switched for you? In that space of I'm over here, I'm doing my own thing. Okay? I'm thinking my thoughts. And I'm healing my healing, if you will. And that was a quiet space for you. No doubt you're doing things and you're operating, okay? No doubt you have families and jobs and things like that. It's not the point. This was your internal self, which externally flips in future. Like I said, you take the training wheels off, and you feel a lot more capable of just being open, energetically speaking, and talking too, apparently. Okay. Lovers in courthouse. That's interesting. Excuse me. Courthouse, a sense of officiousness. For some of you, this might represent your employ, what it is that you do. But there is a sense of fairness, correctness, knowledge, wisdom. 23. And then the Lovers. Strong connection for some of you. Could be that you contemplated the past. It could be that before you in future. Okay. 15, 23. I will say you do look a bit excited in future. But there you go. Letters C and J. We also have the lotus flower, beautiful, the beautiful unfolding, okay, the symmetry of nature that at first presents itself as chaos and doesn't make sense. It actually is a beautiful unfolding of things. I agree. We have the medallion here of a child. Some of you have a child. It could be that a sense of children is pressing on you for some reason, or it could be that sense of small childlike wonder that can be associated with the Fool, okay? All right, and then for some of you, a sense of dependency. I don't know. But regardless, the medallion of the child. We have the medallions here of, Taurus, Pisces, as well as Capricorn. You could have any of these very strong placements in your chart, could be connecting to in some way, or the seasons might be important to you. Keywords here being incentivizer, intuitive, as well as ambitious. All right, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Sagittarius, please. Let's take a look at Saggy, please. There we go. All right, what's going on? The World. Okay, the High Priestess. The Knight of Wands. Four of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Okay. Five of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. All right. The World, High Priestess, Knight of Wands. I see you have begun the process of cycling something out where you say you just can't listen to it anymore. You can't feel it. You can't feel your way around it. You can't find your passion towards it. It's very distinct. Okay, very distinct for you. I can tell then that you are someone who associates your sense of direction, your fire, Knight of Wands, which is normal and natural to you, with your intuitive process. It's kind of like saying, I go where my fire takes me, which again, intuitive process for fire signs. You're saying, I am closing that particular cycle out. There is something that my intuition / passion or sense of direction should not be pointing at anymore, or I don't want it to. I don't want to try to feel my way around it anymore. Okay, and I can kind of see why. Four of Wands, Six of Wands, Four of Cups. There's something here that lacks confidence. It lacks appeal, and it also lacks a sense of pride for you. In fact, it makes you unhappy. Very. Some sort of relationship. And once more, relationship is how two people define it. And it was largely defined, it seems, by a sense of achievement, passion, okay, drive, confidence, and like not so much whatever this is doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel very welcome. It doesn't make me feel very receptive towards it either. Okay. And you're at that space now, like I said, we're closing out this world, specifically your willingness to navigate it via a sense of feeling. Okay. Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. You know, you're going to work on this in future. That suggests look, this is what it really is. It's closer to friendship. I'm looking for something more in Three of Wands. So I'm not necessarily seeing that in the waiting position. It's more like, this is what I can give to this is friendship, but don't look to me to put any more into this because I'm looking elsewhere, or I set my sights on a different horizon. So don't expect much more than a friendship practice for me. Okay. And that's hard. That's hard to do because in a way you understand it's evoking the rites of abandonment. Whatever the structure is here, it's like we can reshape this as friendship, but that's it. And even then, the energy you give this is entirely up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. You're telling me what you're going to do with this, and that's if it resonates, yeah? But yeah, no, I mean, I have to agree with you. Of course, we're going to clarify a little bit, see what's going on with that relationship and why it's making you unhappy, because you did allude to the fact that there's a lack of confidence and a lack of receptivity to this. And that's very telling, especially as a fire sign. If you feel like you cannot be a driving force and feel your way around this relationship anymore, yeah, that's very telling in and of itself, but still, I believe there's more to it than this. The World, High Priestess, the Knight of Wands. The World, High Priestess, the Knight of Wands. Once more, I'm not focusing on a them or they. I'm focusing on how you're focusing on your energetic interpretation of this relationship. Six of Cups, Two of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Okay. And this is someone that you've been trying to emotionally navigate for years, and not just you. They involve a whole inner world. Okay. And you prize emotional stability with the Ten of Cups here. You've made that very, very clear. And you strongly believe that everybody should play their part in the Ten of Cups. I agree with you. The inner circle is the inner circle is the inner circle. That might be 5 people. It could be 50 people. You never know. But we generally refer to them as family, friends, spouses, kids, lovers. The point is that everyone has a place. Okay? Do you see that? The idea is that we all get along in this unit, my inner circle. Otherwise, what's the point of having an inner circle? And I completely agree with you. And you and this person here, Six of Cups, you said I've uniquely ID'd them or tagged them as being someone who is special or unique to me, but I'm at that space now where I can't feel them anymore, and I don't want to keep trying. Our uniqueness aside, our specialness aside, I feel that I should be able to navigate my feelings or my connection with somebody like I do everyone else in my life, and I haven't been able to connect to this person in a long time. And frankly, I've lost the motivation to keep doing so. It's kind of like saying there'll always be a person of importance in my life, but I'm not going to keep trying to ask them to harmonize with me in a particular way anymore. Okay? So again, once more, you're just like, the most I can offer this now is friendship, but even then, limit the expectations. All right. So that was very, very, very specific. You showed me your overall process about how you appreciate the harmonization principle. It's kind of like my willingness to put energy forward into anything speaks a lot to me, and I can't find myself putting any more energy into this particular connection and feel good about it. There's something about that that's very important to you. Let's take a look at Four of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Four of Cups, please. Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Wands. Yeah. It's kind of like looking back on it. You say a lot of the stability here is in large part due to your energy. Okay? But it didn't necessarily make you feel good. That you attribute the idea of stability to this relationship mostly to your energetic effort. And this is you looking back on it. Okay? It's like, I have built so much. I have done so much. So why am I so unhappy in this connection? So you're showing me then, and this is very indicative to fire signs, that sense of I can drive anything. I can have ambition for anything I do or anyone I'm connected with, just so long as I feel connected to it. I can take pride in it. I have a certain level of confidence in it. And I can drive anything. I can expand anything. I can work with any connection just so long as I feel strongly that there's motivation to do so. And there's something here with driving and standing up for. And you're saying there's something about this relationship, the Four of Wands, Six of Wands, Four of Cups, that strictly lacks confidence and a sense of emotional charge that you haven't felt in a long time, and that you've been continuously disappointed in for a long time. But this is a strong sense of, after I've done all the hard work stabilizing this with the Ten of Pentacles, it's kind of like, as the King of Wands, I should be feeling so much more, a sense of pride in my own achievements and my ability to produce and stabilize. And And yet in this one area of my life, which is so intimate to me, is the part I can least take pride in. Okay. I have the least amount of confidence in is the thing that hits so close to home. Makes sense. Yeah, I figured there was more nuance to it. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. Five of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands. Strength, the Knight of Swords, and Death. Okay. I didn't know how far you were going to take that concept of 5 of Pentacles. I often see the 3 of Pentacles next door to that 5 of Pentacles in the concept of consolation. Not really a consolation prize, but again, it's in that sense of this is what I can do. I can be a friend to you. Like I said, you'll always have a place of importance in my life. We can't take away or erase the memories, even though that motivation might feel like it's there sometimes. It's just not true. You're showing me an appreciation for the past, and that will always be the past. But you're like, I can't reasonably see this as part of my future for reasons that you've already kind of made clear to me. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, voice is being very temperamental today. It's the start. It's the start. It's always the first sign. But yeah, no, 5, 8, 3, it's consolation. This is what I can do as friendship. But honestly, you're showing me I don't have strength to take direction here anymore at all. Strength, Knight of Swords. Okay, that's strength of will and conviction to act. Death is over that. It will be a friendship, but in a vague, disconnected way. One that no longer directly requires your action. Or strength of will. Force. Whatever it is you associated with your King of Wands over here in terms of your stabilizing energies and growth and expansion, that kind of thing. Your capabilities, your abilities, all that, what you're connected to and why. He's saying this is now being really excluded from the overall package that you've already built, you know. So it's like the 3 of Pentacles as a gesture. Always be friends. Okay. But yeah, no, you're setting your sights outward to something else. What that is, I don't know. It'll be more apparent to you in time. But yeah, no, that's pretty direct, you guys. All right. I think you're being as honest with this as you can. And if you really honestly understand the best of your efforts and strength of will, okay, cannot go into this, then it's probably correct. First, it started with, I don't see us in the position that we once were, or I once felt us to be true. And I have the lack of confidence in that a little more every day. And yet time suggests my ability to grow this empire or create stability and foundation suggests I should be happy and have pride in the thing that is closest to me. And you're right, that is a direct line of contradiction. That is contradicting information. Yes. Yes. So it's almost like you're calling the situation out on the contradiction. You know? It's time that our reality matched my real feeling or our real feeling in this. Okay. I understand. So no, I don't see you acting towards this anymore. I don't. It no longer seems to be under your direct benefit. I understand. Makes sense. It does. All right. Wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you need. It is what you need. Know the difference between want and need, right? Often what we need doesn't look like anything what's in our head, which is a want. Okay, or in our heart, I should say. All right, but this is what we need. And it is coming through. Number 27, the long letter. It bears the full weight of our thoughts and feelings. It's very detailed. It's not a quick message. It's not like a tweet. It's not a text. This is the full weight of everything. So some of you have been journaling. I'm going to continue to I'm going to encourage you to continue to doing this. Okay, for doing this, it will help you organize your thoughts and then also better relay to the situation. Okay, number 27. Okay, no letters, so we're going to have to do another pull, but we did get the medallions of Aries, Taurus, and you, Sag. We have the unicorn in the upright. Believe in yourself, believe in magic, believe in your own uniqueness, believe in your own ability, okay? You've done some really good work here, all right? You've done some really good work in this life. Perhaps some of you over the course of your lifetimes have pulled some real miracles out of your butt. I don't know. But what it is that you do just can't easily be replicated. Anyway, you might have any of those strong placements in your chart, like I said, connecting to. Let's get some letters, though. We have letters N, H, I. We have the symbol of the key. Yes, we do have the key. And then we're taking the mask off, unmasking. Okay? The truth. The truth. All right, Saggy honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in, and happy birthday. What's going on? Show me Aries, please. Show me Aries. Six of Swords, the Hermit, Queen of Swords, okay. Nine of Pentacles, the Star, Ace of Pentacles, beautiful, good job. Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. You're going to need to continue to make progress in that, but I strongly suspect you know. These two segments seem to be related to each other. You're opening three and you're closing three. Over here, that seems to be something else altogether, and it's beautiful. Six of Swords, the Hermit, a Queen of Swords. You opened up straight away with, look, I've moved on from something a long time ago, and I'm still healing from it, okay? So you acknowledge that straight away. I like how you acknowledge it. Look, so Six of Swords, especially when it's the first card down, okay? It's not just about what we've left behind, it's also where we intend to go from this point forward. So you're telling me straight away, look, I left this other shore a long time ago, and I've been healing and learning ever since. Okay? Just straight away. You can't call me out on nothing, Christina, when I've already admitted it. That's true. I don't want to. I want to acknowledge the good job you've done, and you will continue to do, because I can see how some stuff still lingers for you. All right? And that's going to be true for everybody. The point is you're working on it. But it's active. The Hermit and Queen of Swords, it's very active. Very. Okay, it suggests I'm pretty smart. I'm pretty wise. There's a difference, right, between intelligence and wisdom. And you're saying, I'd like to think I was a little bit of both. Thank you. I have experience as the Hermit. I know I need to continue to hold my lantern up and look at my path and learn from it. I know this. Queen of Swords. Acknowledge it. Figure things out. Apply lessons. Heal overall. Got it. You're like, I'm on it. Okay. Over here, Nine of Pentacles, the Star, Ace of Pentacles. Now, in terms of your external 3D, honey, you're pulling in a big fish, and I love it. It seems to suit you quite well, whatever it is, and it seems to be very much related to your personal sense of professional goals, particularly how you receive your own sense of money, compensation, dreams, goals, aspirations, personal sense of stability, security. So congratulations to you, because like I said, you're pulling in a big fish. And it means something to you. It's the Star. So it's not just any old Ace of Pentacles. No, no, no. This is the dream Ace of Pentacles. This is something that's going to require a lot of your skill base with the Nine of Pentacles, but apparently you're up for the job. Because you're saying, this, I got experience in this, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. I'm grounded, I'm founded, I'm going to pull this Ace of Pentacles in. It's not just, like I said, any new beginning in a job or career. It's the beginning in a job and a career. So that's going to take some work, but you know that. Like I said, you seem to be an Aries that's up for the task. So bravo. Over here, Four of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, Knight of Wands. Going back to this. We are still working through those old shadows in some way. However, you are showing me energetic improvement with the Knight of Wands, your own particular stamp that says, I'm feeling better tomorrow than I did yesterday and the day before. So whatever it is that you opened up with straight away admission, I left something behind and I'm still working through it, is very much the case. But like I said, you are feeling better. Okay? You are feeling better. Six of Swords, the Hermit, Queen of Swords. Let's just rip that band-aid off, shall we? What's going on? Let's see it. Let's talk about it. Six of Wands, Death. I got it, baby. Four Swords. I got it. You're like, look. Self-admission here. Look. Okay. Look. I left this behind. I'm dealing with it. And so you are. It's very adamant. You're making quite the strong point. It's like you just want to acknowledge it straight away. It's like, this is you. You're just dealing the cards. See? That's what you're doing. That's the attitude. It's like, I'll tell you. Did it. Okay. Give me credit. Acknowledge it like I'm acknowledging it. I completely acknowledge it. No, it's something here that represents once upon a time something you used to feel good about, maybe sparked joy in you, confidence, a sense of visibility, maybe vanity. I don't know. But you left it behind. You put the hard brakes on it. It's something here that you said you used to feed into, or it used to feed into you, and it might have felt good for 5 seconds, but then you realized it was all ego and vanity bullshit. So whatever that is, you did a hard break on it and exited that, and you've been healing from it since. It looks like it's something that you did, you self-imposed. In other words, you got out of there of your own free will, and that you have been recovering from it ever since. And it says it's teaching you a lot. Again, the Hermit and Queen of Swords is so much bigger than what it is you left behind, because now you're showing me the massive amounts of applications of lessons learned. So I want you to see that for what it is. Okay? You're an active participant in healing. You're an active participant in your own knowledge base. Wherever it is you're coming from, you could have just kept that chip on your shoulder and be angry and pissed off and resentful and think everybody owes you, or the world owes you, or that person or situation owes you, whatever it was. But no, you're like, I take it upon myself to learn from that. Like, I did it. I learned from it. So good. It's good on you. You only gave me a hint of a clue that it had something to do with something you used to feel good about. Maybe you played into its vanity and ego, or it played into yours. Perhaps it was both. But you're saying whatever it is, it's done now. And I've been learning from it ever since. I hear you. Okay, so this is internal. Let's go ahead and take a look at your external. 9 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Ace of Pentacles. You know, I think, gosh, once upon a time, and I suppose I still am. Yeah, true. Fan of Guns N' Roses, right? It really spoke to me. It spoke to a lot of people in the 90s. But I think one of the most brilliant songs I ever heard, but I didn't understand it at the time, was Estranged. It dealt with a lot of themes that you just can't really appreciate when you're young, but you understand how cool the song is. That's all you know. But then when you hear it through an adult filter, having been through some shit, like, I get it. Oh my God. Estranged, when I hear that song today, makes so much more sense to me now back than it did in the 90s. You know, but again, you only really understand the wisdom of a particular poem, song, structure of something until you've been through some shit and you have the wisdom to reflect upon it. And you know what? And the reason I bring that up is because right here, just in these couple of cards, these handful of cards, it's bringing to mind the lyric, and you don't talk so loud and you don't walk so proud anymore. And what for? Now, I'm not saying, but it does represent that Six of Wands, some sense of vanity or ego, and you caught it, catched it, and said no more. But I'm sure it felt good at the time. All right. Nine of Pentacles, excuse me. The Star and the Ace of Pentacles. This is beautiful. Continue to reach for that. Continue to aim for that, It's wonderful. The Hermit, beautiful. The Hanged Man, King of Pentacles. You've thought about this a long time, my friend. I understand, actually. I completely get this. Yeah, no, the Hermit, the Hanged Man, King of Pentacles. You've thought about this a long time, and you're doing it. Whatever that star is, that hope, that vision, that dream, that seems to be very much tied to a realistic opportunity that we would call a job, career, that absolutely speaks to your skill sets and experience as a person, your platform of success, your own sense of stability. You're saying whatever that dream goal, that dream job, that dream career is, it's like you've given it a lot of thought. I see that. It's like a lot of your accumulated knowledge rests here on your own sense of experience. And you're like, this is going to carry me into the future. It's going to provide well. I know this. I see it. I'm ready for it. Everything in my career or working background has been leading up to this. I'm going for it. That means you know it's for you. You're prepared then for the hardships that that star may offer. But you're also saying, I'm the only one qualified to reach for it. I love it. That's perfection right there. You go on then. You admit it's going to take a while. All good things do. I have to admit, you already shown me a certain level of stability and success in and of your own right. It seems like then we're going to continue to enhance it and reach for this and continue to make this our own. Okay? Now back to that. Four of Pentacles. I'm not staying there too long. I don't need to. That speaks for itself. Some of you really, really, by the way, appreciate the philosophical path. Wisdom. Some of you, you really appreciate perspective and time and what you've learned from it. So like the philosophical pathway in life, and also very strong appreciation for experience, right? Not just learning the theory, but applying it as well. Big difference, right? Four of Pentacles. Like I said, that's the difference between intelligence, which I know many of you are, and wisdom. Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Knights of Wands. Okay. The Emperor, that's you, Donnie. Yeah, Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. I see. Well, that's hard for you to admit, but I get it. I hope you do too. It's kind of like saying I did it to me back here. And that's probably the last thing for you to see and acknowledge. That's really, really hard about the situation you left behind. You're saying I did it to my damn self. I did it. I own it. I got myself tied up to this. You knew you had to leave it behind. That you don't question. You take ownership of that. But it's like your last final lesson that gives you kind of freedom from this is understanding the part you played to it. It's like I, Aries, brought this pain on myself via self-sabotage. Okay. I played into it. I allowed it. I made space for it. I own that. And that's hard for you. That's all part. I told you these two were tied. They very much are. External, brilliant. Your internal, there's something here mechanically you've been working on. And it's kind of like one of the pieces that need to fall into place for you is a sense of how you self-sabotaged. That led to that Five of Cups. Extraordinarily painful experience that you're showing me if I could take it back, I would. But I can't. So the only way to get past it is to go through it. You're right. Ownership of that Five of Cups and where it came from. It's like I played into it. You're like, I played into it. I did. I was a dumbass or whatever. I'm not trying to insult you, honey. I'm just saying it's like I did it. I played into it. I was an idiot. The pain here, I caused half of it at least. I allowed it. I believed in something that wasn't true. I seriously regret that. I allowed myself to believe certain things and therefore play into it. It was a form of self-sabotage. It had to do with feelings for you. That's all you will tell me. But you own it. And I think, like I said, that's one of the threads we needed to tie your past experience and what you moved away from, and that stronger sense of self-actualization over here. Otherwise, your external world is beautiful, but who you are personally was somehow deeply affected. And it's something that you need to work through, and you are. Okay? I promise you, owning that particular piece will lead to a sense of true empowerment. Okay? There's a lot to be said for it. A lot to be said. There was, I believe, what looks like emotional manipulation involved. Yes, I'll say that. I'm not going to say much more without further clarification, but the point is that you understand now how you played into it. All right? Tide of transition. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. And so it is, the tide of transition. I see that heavily for your future self and your also present-day self when it comes to work. But there is change happening internally for you. Okay? This is not a rest stop. It's a space of transition. All right. A wealthy man. Some of you have been touched, or blessed with the Midas touch, I should say. Finish the thought, Christina. You know how it is when sometimes your words just, they're there, but then they don't actually, leave your mouth. 13. The wealthy man, like I said, some of you have built an incredibly wealthy base or successful base or platform. You already showed me that, and you're just going to continue to expand upon it. Number 13, that's wonderful. Congratulations to you. No, you do not have to be a man. It's the essence of it, the energy of it, the platform for success, and how much you have worked. And apparently you're not done. You're still going for something that reaches further out. It's been with you a long time. Okay. Marriage, 18. You're showing me commitment here, bare minimum, with loyalty. Dog, 18, and marriage. There's something here that represents commitments. We've always gone back to it, a sense of emotional neediness. Given what I think you've left behind for some of you, it was that sense of you manipulated yourselves into staying into something. A relationship could be marriage, but then perhaps you convinced yourself this was a relationship and it really wasn't, because in some way we felt a need to stay loyal to this, that it deserved our loyalty in some way, and it didn't. And that's one of the reasons how we emotionally manipulated ourselves, right? Believing this was something that it wasn't, or that was indeed a marriage for some of you, and the reason why you stayed in it so long. Okay? Regardless, just to let you know, you've learned from it, and you will continue to learn from it. All right? That last piece then is kind of critical. Why did you feel loyal to this? Okay? We have the medallion of Virgo, the key word here being practical. Some of you have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Could have been connecting to, not going into it, you would know. The wolf, cunning, stealthy nature, can be aggressive, absolutely, but also territorial, defensive, and protective of its pack. And then we have the key. You have the key here always. Just remember that. The key is always in your pocket. And representation of freedom, thoughts, the free will to think and to act on them. Okay? All right, Aries, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on, please, for Aquarius? Show me. Aquarius, please. What's going on? What's going on? Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Page of Cups. What's going on? All right. The Hierophant, Three of Cups, and the Magician. Okay. Opening, Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. There seems to be some confusion here about the stability, but there's so much behind it. So initially I wasn't too worried about that Two of Swords. Still kind of not, to be honest with you, because there's a lot going in here for which you are an active contributor, so good on you. Nine of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles, that's a lot. There's a wealth of activity in there. Once more, you're supplying quite a bit, or at least you identified your function within that Ten of Pentacles. You're like, this is how I contribute. There seems to be some confusion here, Two of Swords, about function, how to expand, how to subtract, roles, I don't quite know. But I was like, Two of Swords, Aquarius, they'll figure it out. Nine and Ten of Pentacles, yeah, it's a lot going on, but honestly, it should be in maintenance, but we'll take a look. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Page of Cups, and then I kind of see you pull yourself aside, and then you go, and it's a little bit quieter. This one's busy, it's external, there's a lot to show for your world that you have built into, and I think I've been seeing an increase for your sign lately in that. So many of you might be just knee-deep in your foundations right now, and that's cool. They take a lot of work to create, never mind maintain, as this Aquarius would know. And then over here at Queen of Pentacles, I see you in some way question self-worth concepts. What do I think of this, and how does it relate to me? My feelings for this, and how does it relate to me? But they're so small compared to the element that's supplying it, Queen of Pentacles, so I'm going to go ahead and default to contemplation for right now. In the future, the Hierophant, Three of Cups, the Magician. You know, someone's pulling this connection in and says, I want to keep it going. It feels good. I like it. I stand up for it. We're showing a sense of I stand here for this connection or reconnection. I don't quite know. But we're pulling. We're pulling from the universe. It's either you or someone else. I don't know. That's where I like to point out to people, this is not about a them or they, but rather energetically what you might be reacting to or you yourself are prompting. So I don't quite know. Let's get started. Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. My goodness, what a world. And, you know, thank you very much. It's like, that's just so much, but I respect it. I really, really do. Some of you are just so very active and contributing members to the environments in the world for which you have built. It's a lot, I know. But you have a wealth of experience attached to you. You have plugged yourself into so many outlets in your environment, you know. So it's not just your personal home, career, finances. No, my dear. It's your community. It's your network. It's your resources. You bring a lot to that table. I'm going to tell you. Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Some of you might be independently wealthy, or frankly, that's just what you're working on, or you're like, well, I'm about the long-term stability game, Christina, and that could be it as well. Absolutely. But let's see what that little bit of confusion is about. Temperance, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords. Oh, okay. Overall sense of direction, everything's going well. Okay, so you're that person, you're not easily spooked, and that's good. Okay. Two of Swords, like I said, for Aquarius, I'm really not worried about it. Neither are you. We all come across the Two of Swords, don't get me wrong. It's just some signs are more capable of dealing with it, and you're one of them. So I very rarely raise too much of an eyebrow when you show me the Two of Swords. It's like, I know, Aquarius, you'll get it sorted, and you have this in the bag, whatever this is. Temperance, Ace of Swords, King of Swords. Say it once, say it twice. There you are, darling. You're literally, whenever problems arise in your current present day of foundation, you're like, I'll get it sorted. That is literally your answer to everything, and that's based on patience and experience. Temperance. You don't rush your decisions, but you will always find a solution. So, that is it. Right now, I guess if I were to summarize your opening, your foundation is in maintenance mode, but at high level capacity. You make space for a lot of things. Like I said, you are plugged into every conceivable outlet, but you are contributing to. So you're not just pulling resources, you give resources too. So, wow, you are quite active. Inevitably, when you're operating at that level, in your external world, you're going to come up against issues, Two of Swords, that require a little bit more care and consideration. But you yourself saying, whatever comes up, I deal with it. It's my job, it's my responsibility. That's why I'm here. It really is your attitude, and I admire that a great deal. You're like, I get done. So some of you just recently found another solution to a problem, an issue. And this is old news to you. I don't even know why they're showing me this, except just to show what a great job you've done and that you will continue to do. Always trust your decision making. I'm not saying that you're always right, but for the Aquarius I'm looking at, more often than not, you are. You're like, I know. You don't have to tell me that. No? Okay. Well, King of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Temperance. I mean, again, your knowledge and therefore action base is based on a lot of experience over time. You really prize knowledge and workable solutions. So, good job. Keep on keeping on. This is interesting because then I see you actually pull yourself aside and start to lightly consider something that's not as straightforward, apparently, as your real life, quote unquote. Like, so this one's like a little bit more pause here. Okay. And you seem to relate the conversation back to self-worth. Page of Swords, Page of Cups. So it's like, what do my pages think about this, and how do I relate to it, and is it good for me? Okay. Like, what would that be? Like, what's that? What is that? I'm actually quite curious, because apparently you can handle anything over here. Like, you're super Aquarius, and you're doing just fine. But I like that. I have to agree, though. The steadiness of your wisdom and intelligence is literally based on time. And what you know about everything you're connected to. So, yeah, there you go. From your experience, more often than not, you find the right solution in the end. So, like I said, if you're not worried about it, I'm not either. But then over here, these little itty-bitty pages. Huh. Two of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands. There's something here you think about opening towards, and it's the one thing you haven't been able to work through. Look at that now. You showed me Two of Swords in completely two different, like, wheelhouses of experience. Here, 3D world. Internally, when something poses itself in the form of a question of self-worth, you're like, I've never been able to figure this one out. I'm sorry, I don't mean to snort through my nose, but it's hilarious. No, it's hilarious to me because it's like, look at that. Unquestionable skill set, experience, mindset, the whole thing. All of you's in there, and it's beautiful. These are all the Aquarian pros are right here. Beautiful. And then over here, we see the cons. I get caught up on that one thing, and I can't stop thinking about it. But you haven't found an answer to it. And it ties back to your own sense of self-worth. Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands. There's something in a small way you contemplate about yourself every day, and you've never really been able to find an answer to it. How interesting. It involves a little bit of heart space and a small question that ultimately you haven't been able to answer. It kind of plagues you to this day. Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands. And in fact, the more you don't find a solution to it, the more it wears on you as something that's an energetic pull or drain on you. Ten of Wands. It seems like such a small question of self-worth, but you're like, I've never been able to solve this. But it just seems to wear on me more and more as the years pass. So what is it? Let's jump on down here. The Hierophant, Three of Cups, and the Magician. What's up with that? I'm very curious. Because somebody's manifesting something from the heart. And with the Hierophant standing behind that energy, that denotes a certain level of seriousness. So, despite what looks like a very light, fun, maybe, energy pool, the Hierophant's like, well, I'm here, though. So, kick it up a notch. Okay, what's up? The Hierophant, 3 of Cups, and the Magician. What is it that you have been trying to answer for a year? 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. There it is. That's it. That's it. Honey, look. Sorry, the pressure's really kicking in right now. Look, you want to connect to this, and someone else does too. Once more, I'm not reading a them a they. All right? Watch the in-depth of that or one of the yours and theirs check-ins. All I can tell you is that I can see how you're pulling on this too. So is someone else, whoever they are. You want to connect to it, so do they. It comes up as a friend. Sure. But with that, there is a unique bond between you two. Now, it may not be 6 of Cups unique, but it is or denotes familiarity in some way. And this is a structure that, in a way, feels friendly, yes, but also loving/supportive. You both want to. You're both pulling on this. Someone's using strength in that sense of, I would very much like to connect to it, and someone's using the Hierophant in a similar fashion. So, let me take a guess that these two are related. There's this, every now and again you catch yourself on your own time. Queen of Pentacles is a little more private, a little more homey, you know. Couple pages, no big deal. Energetically speaking, emotionally and mentally, it's no big deal. There's a little question. Like I said, you're striking a pose quite a bit, like Madonna. And he was like, I've never been able to figure this one out. Is this good for me? Is this not so good for me? Is this a good witch thing or a bad witch thing? I don't know. I don't know. Is it a good representation of my self-worth? The fact that you've been puzzling on it lightly, that's a light puzzle, over the years tells me that it might be part of your self-worth experience because you haven't been able to let it go. So you think of it as a little question that pops up from time to time. But if you saw it in the fact that over the years with the Wheel of Fortune, you've never let this go, and every time that you think back to it or feel back to it, it still frustrates you. Kind of tells me it's worth it for you to possibly put some energy in this in order to solve it and figure it out. You see what I'm saying? I said, I think what little time you have to give this, because apparently you don't have a lot of time to spare for leisure activities of connection. Okay. What little time you have to spare this is something you come back to, and it just, you don't have as much a satisfactory answer as you do everything else, which is interesting. So yeah, I mean, you only really get to determine if it's worth it to you at the end of the day, but the fact that you haven't been able to leave it alone after how many years kind of tells you, right? The answer's there. It's always been there. But yeah, to be clear, you two are absolutely pulling on this and would like to connect with it. Okay. The 3 of Pentacles suggests it has the opportunity to show up in the 3D in future. Who pulls the trigger, under what conditions, I don't know. That's another reading for another day. Or that, well, that's it. That's it. But I just know that you two have the opportunity to possibly, in theory, yeah, connect in future. You both want to. Apparently, even if it's under the form of friendship, but I think we're using that label as a convenience. To have reason to connect in reality, yeah. There's a lot of love behind it. So, okay. All right. I hope that helps, you know. I really do. It's just, this was the most puzzling piece, and for the Aquarius I'm looking at, it's been something that you have not been able to contribute a lot of your energies towards in solving. I can see why. You know? But the fact that it's still with you after all this time, and frankly it pisses you off that you don't have an answer, suggests you have an answer. Clear your mind. Sweep away any doubts that you have and know that you are right. Well, we saw that, didn't we? Spirit's a bit cheeky. They have their own sense of humor. Okay. Aquarius is right. Did I fail to note that? All right. Okay. Mask is on the sideways. Sometimes we think about taking our mask off and revealing our true thoughts and faces. Number 40. Number 9. Initially saw it on the right side up. This is the indication of a lover's, just a variation of it. The tulips were the secret language between two people. It wasn't roses, it was tulips. So the lover's connection, number 9. The sweetness, the flowers. Okay? The gift of the gesture. It's like hint, hint, you know. Number 9. We have the letters G, T, F, the medallion of Libra. So you have some very strong Libra in your chart. Could be connecting to. And also the season might be important. Then we have the Captain's Wheel, the indication of the Wheel of Fortune, as well as the World combined into 2, which I think is better spoken for. Time will pass always. And in the space or in that interim, doors close, they open. One and the same, but time will always move forward. Okay, the key. We have the key here to unlock these experiences. It represents freedom, intellectual freedom, physical freedom, the key. Okay? We have the crescent moon. Some of you are moon watchers, you know, and perhaps some of you, the crescent moon bears some sort of relevance. And then we have the butterfly in reverse. For some of you, this represents a situation that has not transformed, or it's been a long time since we last recognized it, something like that. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Gemini, please. What's going on for Gemini? What is going on, please, for Gemini? The King of Wands. The Two of Wands. The Chariot. Nice. Judgment. Page of Cups. Knight of Swords. Strength. The High Priestess. The Queen of Pentacles. I like it. I like your baseline today. You're like, all systems go on that opening. King of Wands, Two of Wands, the Chariot. You are very much living in present-day energies. You try to keep your energies focused in the positive, the here and now, and where you're going. You're all about your movement, and also I like the way you feel good about it, or at least that's what you're showing me. You're like, my passion, my ambition, my sense of trailblazing, that way. And I like that because you're owning your decisions, you're owning your energy. It's kind of like I choose to be positive. I choose to choose forward momentum. It's like a lot of ownership there, and I like it. Judgment, Page of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. You're saying at the end of the day, you're always going to rely on your better sense of self and judgment to take action. Okay? When and where and how and under what conditions you will make decisions, act upon them, open up your heart. You're saying you rely on yourself a lot. Your own sense of lessons learned, your own sense of feeling, process, everything a lot. So you really are about taking action and moving things forward. Now, it's very generic, but you're saying it's on me. It's on me. I want to stay in motion on something. I want to be on top of things. I want to feel good about what I'm doing and why. So far, pretty good. I like to see what it is you're putting so much action towards. But what I like is that you check in with yourself often about this is what I want to do and this is why. Okay. Strength, the High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles. Man, that's a beautiful system of self-regulation right there. Ownership of self, listening to thyself, and then also knowing or having a very strong orientation towards self-worth. So, wow. You kind of pride yourself on always having a sense of direction and maintaining good energy behind it, you know? King of Wands, Two of Wands, the Chariot. Look at that. Gemini, I'm looking at you. I think you have a tendency to move around a lot, or just always remain in a state of motion. At least that's what your baseline would suggest. Like, you don't like to be idle. You're always preoccupied, energetically, mentally, physically, just always in motion, you know? Let's see it. King of Wands, Two of Wands, the Chariot. Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. You're saying my balance is above all. So whatever your balances are to you. Six of Pentacles is a very generic term in life for what is essentially the cover page of what we do, what we give to, what gives back to us, what we give to, what gives back to us, i.e. our balances. So it could be anything. It doesn't just limit itself to work. It's a to and fro system that you are on top of always. And you're saying that is my priority and that is where my success as a person comes from. Nine of Pentacles. So again, strong sense of ownership. But I like your energy behind it that says I try to always lend positivity to what I do. It works for me. And in that respect, you always operate and move forward in a very sincere way. You're just that person that I can see you're easily relied upon, easily counted upon, and you wouldn't have it any other way. And one of the ways that you do this, why you've become that person of importance, and that can be so easily and heavily relied upon, is because you always seem to have a consistent character or energy behind it. So people tend to trust you, and you like that. You like that because it makes you feel good. And goodness me, you always seem to be operating from the space of what can I give to any particular situation, and is it the best representation of me? Because you want to be given that same in return, which is beautiful. I like that. So for now, currently, I have you doing what you do best. Apparently, just being you. And that's pretty good. We'll take that. I like who you are as a person. I like the energy you present. I like how you're reliable. I like how you're resourceful. But I like, most of all, above all, your sense of optimism and how it just seems to infiltrate everything that you do. Like, you're so fair and balanced, but also forward, forward, forward. It's lovely. You're saying your balance is above all. These are your priorities, and you defend your position on this one. You're saying I get the job done, and that's at my insistence. But always with a sense of optimism and how can I lend to this situation, make it better, right? I love that. You bring a lot every day. You like what you do every day. That's beautiful. You may not have always in the past, but we're looking at the present. The Gemini I'm looking at, you keep yourself very much in the present, and I respect that. All right, let's move it on down the line. Judgment, Page of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Once more. Move it forward, move it forward. Sometimes you take some of the heavier tasks to Judgment, lessons. What can I learn from this before I proceed? And I respect that. Okay. So there might be something coming up for you that calls to your attention in that way. Judgment, Page of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, Two of Swords. An offer's going to come up. You don't know if you should take it. You say, true enough, fair enough, Christina. I have been manifesting a new opportunity. Something's coming through. I see it. Should I take it? So that's why I see you deferring to Judgment at some point soon. If it hasn't happened yet, like I said, soon. I want you to trust who you are. Your own experience, your own skill set. The energy that you bring to the table and the real world experience that you bring. That Ace of Pentacles is either going to be in alignment with this or it's not. Okay? When we have questionable results on our manifestation, yeah, I have been manifesting. Yes, I have been wanting a brand new opportunity, but I'm not certain this one's it. This is where you need to, yes, I see where you are deferring to Judgment. Lessons learned. What do I know about this situation? What do I know about this offer? And what do I know to be true for myself? So that's what I'm saying. I want you to rely on your experience. And I also want you to kind of factor into that situation of Judgment, timing, correctness, and once more, previous offers that you may have experienced in the past that were like this or not like this. In other words, lessons. Because eventually, regardless, I see you moving forward. Knight of Swords. So you're either going to take this offer and see it, yes, this is a direct result of my manifestation offers, it is for me, or it's not, and I continue to proceed as is. But you are very much in the position of dealer's choice. Okay? Tarot's about choice. It really is. I will see people make distinct choices. But that's for that Gemini or that collective. Who's actually experiencing it, well, it stands to reason then they might have a different experience. But regardless, tarot represents choice. And you've actually captured it quite well. So, whatever it is that's coming through, it's either the correct manifestation, but you have reason to question a little bit, or it's not. And you will continue on. Okay? I don't know. Strength, the High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I agree. And go within, listen to yourself, and relay back to you in your own kind of private dialogue self-worth principles based on experience, past experiences, and sometimes what just feels right. Sometimes it is gut instinct. Strength, the High Priestess, gut instinct right there. But real-world application. Let's talk about it. Strength, the High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles. I'll be very curious about what you take there. I like that you own the fact that you have been manifesting, which is good. The more aware you are of your manifestation efforts, acknowledge it. You are less likely to reject the offer. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people will not acknowledge that they're manifesting. It's in the background. It's like under the moon or some low frequency, like a Five of Swords or some shit like that, right? So when something shows up that initially is on the surface is good, we inherently distrust it because we don't fully trust our own manifestation. That's why we'll often reject so-called new opportunities. So I'm glad that you acknowledge, I have been manifesting Ace of Pentacles, but this one's a little, it seems to be showing up in a way you did not expect. It has a different set of criteria, a different structure, but you question it. Okay? That's all right. That doesn't make it any less correct. It just makes it a little more different. Kind of like you. Yeah? But it's still on you to decide if it's right for you, ultimately. Strength, the High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles. The World. The Knights of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, you have decided. And this is coming again from a place of practicality. By the way, it looks like you share frequency with somebody. It's not about them or they. I just can see that someone's there, and it looks like you two are bouncing this off of each other. That's cool. If you need to run things by someone else, that stands to reason. Because for some of you, your stability is tied to someone else's. Okay, so even though you operate largely from a space of freedom and you clearly do what it is that you need to do, it looks like we do refer to someone else, but that's FYI. Okay, anyway, in terms of that sense of your steady pace trajectory, it's going to stop. You're going to stop choosing a particular pathway. And this is based on practicality, wisdom, and experience. It looks like you're going to choose to change things up a little bit. Because you took it to task. You said gut instinct. Well, this offer's a little different. I'm going to go for it. You just showed me you're going to change your pathway a little bit. It's been on a steady course for a while. That's why you have such a beautiful sense of individuation and platform of success and why people trust you. You've been on that pathway for a long time. Okay, but some of you are going to change up the frequency. However, the essence of who you are remains the same. Okay, in terms of practicality, this is what's best to strengthen my household and my own sense of production. Okay, what's best for me and mine, that kind of thing. But yeah, listen to your gut instinct. Again, once more, is this worthy of me? Yes or no? Is this a good, sound decision? Yes or no? And you'll have the answer. I see but one variation of that particular answer. And like I said, at that point, it was very much dealer's choice. So when I see someone closing out their pathway, I've been on this one a long time. Thank you for everything you taught me and lending to my sense of skills and experience. I'm going to open up to a new level of skills and experience. Oh, goodness. It's wearing down on me, like really wearing down on me. That's okay. I knew that was coming. In fact, I feel, it just started actually when I sat down for yours. I felt the pressure, Gemini. Right here. Ooh, I know that story arc. That sinus pressure. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about me, guys. And please, no, I don't need advice. I go through this every year. And I curb it every year as best I can. It's normal for me, so it's fine. Don't worry about it, please. If you're familiar with my work, you are familiar then to some extent. Oh, in fact, I even get messages from some people. It's spring. Are you taking your sinus meds or your shots? Yes. Like, I can't hide it. Like, I would obviously, it's not that I want to hide it. It's just, to me, it's massively inconvenient to, but again, I wouldn't get much done if I didn't work through it. You know, it is what it is. Life has to move on. As this Gemini knows, looking at, you know, sometimes you just got to work through inconveniences and things that are uncomfortable. It's going to be a given, you know. But at least it's a variable I am familiar with. Okay, and that's, in other words, going back to it, don't worry about it. I'm fine, guys. Wise counsel. Seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. I did see you share frequency with somebody. Now, they may not be a Mr. or Mrs., but they are someone who appreciates practical application, skill set, experience. And I see you running this by somebody, but it does look like they have a shared interest of household endeavors. Okay, but bare minimum, this is someone who you can trust that's on par with you. All right? But yeah. Wise counsel, what to do. There's that wisdom, there's that insight. And like I said, I also see you kind of suspending this and handing it over. It's like based on lessons. Universe, is this one good for me? It's all in there. All right. Thoughts. I know you're in the thought gathering stage, or you will be soon. It's on your mind. That's all I'm saying here today, and it's good stuff. I'm happy that you're in the position to consider this. This is wonderful. That looks like good news to me, but you want to make sure indeed that it's good news. That's okay. Number 16, I think we got it. And I think you got it. That's more to the point. All right. We have the letters T, F, D, S, G, and then we have the medallion of Libra in the reverse, the keyword here being charming. Lots of folks been getting the Libra medallion. Anyway, you might have some strong Libra in your chart, could be connecting to, or the season might be important to you. And then we have the ladybug. Yeah, touch of luck. May the luck be with you. I agree. Ladybug. Absolutely. All right. Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Libra, please. Show me Libra. Okay. Huh. What's going on? The Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. A lot of confusion there. Two of Cups. All right. King of Cups. And the Six of Cups. Seven of Swords. The Three of Wands. And the Four of Wands. Man. There's something here you go back and forth on quite a bit. A lot. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Ace of Wands. There's something here that you have a sharp feeling for. Yes, with the Ace of Wands. It gives you an energetic spike. But I see that ultimately there's no decision around this Ace of Wands. I don't know what to do with it. And we kind of keep coming up against that. So we're going to definitely have to clarify what the heck that is, because you go back and forth on it a lot. Okay. Over here, Two of Cups, King of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Man, that's a lot of love. That's a lot of love. That's beautiful support. The heart here for the King of Cups is open. Giving, receiving. 2 and 6, that's an equal division. I mean, that's a lot of just pure, dedicated love that's felt between two people of the past here with the Six of Cups. So That's beautiful. Out here, 7 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. However, I see us not ready to step into some sort of relationship out in the future there, 4 of Wands. Okay? It looks like this is something that's not going to be stepped into for a while. I don't know. Okay, it looks like it's related to back here about what to do. I don't have any new answers, so just leave that alone. Okay. 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Let's talk about it. Two of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. The Lovers, the 10 of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Strong connection, eh? Yeah. Only strong connections can drive us absolutely crazy like that. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Ace of Wands. I don't know what to do with this. How long have you been feeling like that? I don't know what to do with this. The Lovers, 10 of Pentacles, King of Cups. Whatever this heart space is, I told you already, I called it immediately. There's loyalty here. Emotional loyalty. Okay. It's actually quite stable. Are you questioning, is this right for you? Is this connection right for you? Is it really that stable? Is it really all that? Because you seem to be extremely unconvinced. I can't convince you. I know that you get excited for this. Ace of Wands, the idea gives you a spike of energy. The feeling of it gives you a spike of energy. But it's like it's not enough to convince you that this is yours, or that it will stabilize, or grow into something that you will recognize as being good for you. There's distrust in this, and we go back and forth on it. I can't make you be in tune with the connection, Libra. It's something that you have to trust or be willing to trust. 2 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles suggests I don't know, which means you're not in a space to trust it. But man, does it call to you? Oh my. The Lovers, 10 of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Wow. Wow. Why are you uncertain about it? I mean, you would know best. And like I said, I can't convince you, but I would just ask that you ask yourself. And how long have you been uncertain about it? I don't know. You know it gets your interest. You know it hits you in terms of the passion level. This you know. Be like, I don't know if it's all that. Let's take a look at the love then, because it's showing up not once but twice. The 2 King of Cups and the 6 of Cups. Oh my. Two of Cups, King of Cups, and a 6 of Cups. Ace of Swords, 3 of Swords, Page of Swords. That's where the distrust is coming from. A sense of pain in the heart. It looks like that exchange is running both ways. Okay. It's a truth that's known to you both, that there's a sense of pain here that belongs to the both of you. Okay. While the emotional connectivity is quite high, the bonding principle for you two is quite high. The actual strength of the connection, quite high in terms of how it's expressed. Spiritually, emotionally, that kind of thing. It's quite high. In terms of that sense of mental connectivity, where the mind says, hey, 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 this is where there's a lot of distrust between you two. In some way, you two have broken each other's hearts, or given each other reason to fear each other. Distrust. And so the shadows surround the heart. It's a truth you both acknowledge and share. Okay? There is a sense of they caused me pain, and I caused them pain too. So despite the enormous amount of emotional connectivity that looks so pure, raw, real, founded, loyal, a lot of loyalty here, at least from the heart, there is an accusation that says, you've hurt me, I've hurt you too. We've hurt each other. And, you know, you give somebody enough hurt, you're going to show some Two of Swords and Two of Pentacles. I don't know. Yeah. And yet, how is this person not tied to your foundation? I'm sorry. How is this person not tied to your foundation? How? Or you and theirs? How? 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 How are you two not sharing a foundation, even if it's via community? I don't know what it is, but there's a sense that it's been there. It's always been there. It's been there since the dawn of time. You have, they have, or the both of you have in some way have grown something together or see it develop and mature over the years. Anyway, I would love to know more about that. Because there is such a sense of not just emotional familiarity, but a strong sense of we actually have a lot of the same principles, network, or something, resources in common. We have a lot of the similar goals. We have similar drives. I don't know. But that in and of itself is quite attractive, yes. It can be, absolutely. When you understand how someone has built a life very similar to yours, or you can see yourself in it, you're like, I get what you've done. If I was in your shoes or in your position, I would have done the same. Something like that. So there's a lot of influence there in terms of the 3D. But we're not lined up to it. We're not lined up to each other's foundations, I don't think. And yet there is contact, there's influence. Anyway, I find that part gives me twitchy fingers. Makes me want to clarify it some more. 7 of Swords, 3 of Wands, the 4 of Wands. So this is where it is. Okay. All I can tell you is that the love is mutual. That's very founded and shared. But so too, it seems, is the distrust. Seven of Swords, 3 of Wands. And I have to agree with you on that point. If you don't have trust, you don't have much of anything. You can have all the love you want. And you can love someone to pieces, love them to death, but if there's no trust, it's almost like the same as saying there's no point. Yeah, I see your energy for this. It rises. You've made that clear. 7 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, please. 7 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Four of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Like I said, I didn't see you approaching this. I didn't. I see you initially delay, put it off. Maybe this is the subject for another day. Maybe I'll figure it out another day, another time. But eventually, it seems inside, you know you'll eventually let this go. Okay? I'm not telling you what to do. I would never. There's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. Some people will choose to connect with this in time. And that might even be you in time. But further out, I see you having to dedicate energy into letting this subject go. Okay? 6 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. It's like I have got to let this go. And again, I'm not telling you to. Okay? I don't know. How do you have such great love? Just did. That's the best kind. Where it happens of its own accord. But then the distrust mounts for both people for one reason or another, and it looks like you two gave each other reasons. Yes? For some reason, it looks like there has not been an opportunity to properly heal the trust. It's been avoided, it seems. I don't see any direct application or method that suggests healing. It looks like for both of you, it remains an issue that was unaddressed. Okay. But if you think in future it's best to tell yourself, don't approach it, okay. And if I can't approach it and I can't trust myself to approach it, or I can't trust them to engage with me, then perhaps you're right. Perhaps it is best left behind. Okay. Don't be surprised, though, that it will take energy to do that. Okay. Pathfinder, trust your inner compass to illuminate your path through love and career, revealing the direction your soul wishes to explore. Okay. Metamorphosis, mirage, embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. Okay. Your path is up to you. And how you transform is how you transform. Okay? But if it helps you, you know, the love bond is clearly there. It's always going to be. All right? The trust piece doesn't always have to be there, but it does take confrontation and working through it in order to change it. But the love, that's there. H-I-M-J. Then we have the fox, a sense of being clever, cunning, smart, intelligent, fast. The Ten of Pentacles, I see that. You both have made smart decisions regarding your foundation, your solidity of self. In some way, you two influence each other's lives. And then we have the arrow of Sag, or Cupid's arrow. Yeah, I can definitely see where love struck home. As you can see in the arrow's head, it's a heart instead of the actual spear point. So, anyway, Libra, honey, I do hope this helped you. And I just want you to choose what's right for you. But I will say this. Having made a choice at all implies that you got past that Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, which is going to be torturous. Why? I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of either one of these, never mind when together. But at least we stopped doing this and I don't know and this and I don't know, and that can take years. So I'm glad then you made a decision that's right for you. All right? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on, please, for Taurus? Show me Taurus, please. Show me Taurus. Okay, what's going on? King of Wands, Strength and Judgment. Okay. Ten of Swords, the Tower. Seven of Wands, Death. Honey, what we doing? What we doing? The High Priestess. And okay. Sorry I asked. Okay. No, I'm not. Actually, I have a job to do, and this one's going to be absolutely one of those readings that is either 100% yours or 100% not yours. That's it. King of Wands, Strength, Judgment. You're showing me conservation of energy. This is normal. Everybody goes through this in some way. When we have to start building up energy. And it's usually for a variety of reasons, but the idea is it's important. I'm going to need the best of my energies, the best of my strength, the best of my willpower, the best of my resolve, particularly resolve here with King of Wands and Strength. Some of you might have some very prominent Leo in your chart. Ten of Swords, Tower, Seven of Wands, and there it is. You're like something's about to go down. I see that. I see that. We will do some clarification. Death, High Priestess, Eight of Cups. It's saying, I recognize this at long last. I knew this was coming. I'm walking. I'm out. Okay. So yeah, there's a reason why we were building up energetic reserves. let's take a look at that. King of Wands, Strength, Judgment. Whatever this is, absolutely represents an exercise in strength for you. Okay. Apologize for the heavy breathing. Once more, going back to the opening. It's, this is normal for me. But yeah, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But just to let you know, the heavy breathing thing and things like that, the gravel sound, that's where it is right now. Okay. Tell you this much, especially after your reading, we're going to take a little nappy nap. King of Wands, Strength, and Judgment. What's going on? King of Swords, Knights of Wands, and the Hierophant. That's you. Man, you've made a decision and like I'm sticking to it. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. That kind of thing. And it is your decision. You're saying, this is mine, this is mine. I marked this decision, it's mine. This is my will, definitely my way. It's not coming across as arrogant, something as, this is something I need to exercise. This is my sense of will, discipline, focus. And that's what you're saying. I'm going to get really clear with myself first, and then this situation. So it's a two-part factor there. You're getting really clear with you first, while conserving this energy. It's like, Taurus, are we going to do this? We're making sure we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. And you're like, hell yeah, we are. Okay, Ten of Swords, the Tower, Seven of Wands. Let's do it. I have to say, can I see you be stubborn? Absolutely. Have I seen you like this necessarily? Like you're about to head up the army? No, I don't think. So if for those Tauruses who are going through it right now and you're gearing up for this, I am sorry. But as I often say with fixed signs, for the most part, famously, fixed signs, no, do not like change. Unless it's under our control. Design. Will. That's all you right there. All right, Ten of Swords, Tower, Seven of Wands. Temperance, Ace of Wands, and the Three of Wands. Okay, all right. You are going to defend your position on this one. Temperance, Ace of Wands, Three of Wands. Many of you have been consolidating your energies to clearly bring something down. Ten of Swords, Tower, Seven of Wands. It's not random. Okay, it's not a surprise to you. No, you're generating this. There is something here that you want done, wrapped up, ended, concluded, because you have every inclination and intention of looking forward to new energies for yourself in the future, whatever the hell that means to you. But think of it like this. You are clearing out rubble, kind of leveling things out. That way you can hope to see some sort of horizon for yourself. That no longer includes destructive structures, painful, destructive structures. You're going to have to defend your position. Apparently, you expect some sort of pushback. But like I said, you are clearing away rubble so you can make a way, or take away for yourself, or look forward to, I should say, some sort of brand new energies for you. This has come through temperance and consolidation. Okay, as discussed. But more importantly, you know it's correct for you. This took time to acquire this knowledge, and also that sense of this is what I must do. So what it is you are radically, but not radically, not from your point of view, but from others it might be. Clearing from your view, I don't know, but it's to make space for a new view. One that you can hope for, dream of, feel good about, so that you might actually have possibility for yourself further down the road with temperance there. Okay. You want hope for yourself, long story short. So I don't know what it is that you are effectively imploding, but you want it out of your line of sight. Okay? Death, High Priestess, the Ace of Cups. I just had the weirdest impression of Bob Ross, right? Love Bob Ross. Unintentional, original ASMR artist. Awesome. Love that guy. Happy little trees. So while on the outset it looks like you are destroying your canvas, it's almost like you're wiping it out. You're not destroying it, you're wiping it out, and then this is you. Happy little trees. Yeah. Got to clear out of this crap, though, so I can put them on there. So, I don't know where I just had that impression. I don't know. But, there you go. Bob Ross. Death, the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups. Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. The Eight of Cups is there twice. Two of Pentacles suggests you've thought about this before, but you were largely undecided. And then it occurred to you, if this is the way you're feeling, and you've been struggling with this concept for as long as you have, then there must be correctness to it, which is correct. Your heart's been wondering about this for a long time. It's almost like it's a long time coming. I see that now. Me actually making it happen are two different things. So, honey, I don't know. I don't pretend to know. You just showed me a lot of major concepts today. With your opening already was quite large. You're building energy, gathering strength, as we said, declaratives, things like this. Here is you're doing the thing, your motivation behind it, which very Taurian is actually quite positive, which is lovely about you. When you do decide to change or you make for new opportunities, you will show me the positivity more often than not behind it. And I agree with you. Death, the High Priestess, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, no. This is over and you feel that it's over. You're not emotionally anchored to it anymore. And you can't be asked to stay. Okay. And even if you were, you wouldn't. Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Here's the truth of it. That Eight of Cups has been on your heart, not in your mind, not in your spirit, and in your heart for a long time. Going back and forth on it. Am I emotionally available to this, or do I want to stay anchored to it? If you've had to ask that long, you've already known the answer. And that's what you understand for yourself in future. So, no, I don't have a long term for you. I really don't, and that's okay. Do you see how much energy it's taking just to get through this portion? Why the hell would I see long term for this? That's another reading for another day. Just please know that what you've been feeling, because your intuitive process is here several times, is correct. Everything else was mechanics, logistics, what it's going to look like, how, when's it going to go down, date, time, etc. All right. Whatever it is that you're walking from, treat yourself kindly, okay? Understand that it's the correct choice for you. You knew that on your opening, and you know it on your closing. It's just how you know it. It's just different methods. First, it's intensity, focus, spiritual, and then at the end, it's the emotional understanding and insight and the full weight of it in your heart and how it's been there. This is the technicality of doing the thing. Okay? All right. Make miracles. Stay open-minded and receptive to the magic unfolding in your life. I know. You do believe in something beyond this. I know you see it. The opposite of that is dreamweaver. Dreaming, imagining, bringing your powerful vision into reality. That's what I'm saying. There's that vision in you. To have a vision. For something more. I don't know what that something more is to you. But just to have a vision beyond this. Let's start there. You would know what your vision is, wouldn't you? You don't really need the tarot lady to tell you. Oh my. Okay. Okay. No, that's not bad, actually. That's not bad. Yeah, no. That's your strength gathering right there. The polar bears, don't they just look so darn cute? But we know what their nature is. They must be. They must be. How else are they meant to survive? That sense of strength. And sometimes it seems like too much strength, but no. Given the environment and condition, it dictates as such. You know? Polar bear looks big, cute, and like a big walking pile of fur. Yeah, it could also take your fucking head off. You know, so it's at times we must be shut down, ice cold, but that's actually when we can be our strong. It's not strength as in proper form, strength for ourselves. It can seem vicious to others. But sometimes that's what it takes to charge ahead towards your true north compass, 15 and 16. It reminds me of Cinnamon every time. You know, she's real cute. She's real sweet. Super affectionate. One of the sweetest dogs I've ever made. Until she's mad. You know, she doesn't like it when someone so much as looks at me funny. Like, seriously. You know, the polar bear is essentially very protective. Yes, cute, cuddly, until he's mad. R, P, K, W. We have, that's what I'm saying, peace, dove. That's what you're ultimately looking for is peace. Peace for yourself. That's what I said. As you walk from this on the way out, be kind to yourself. Okay? Be kind to yourself because whatever this is, ultimately you're trying to not just achieve vision, but peace for yourself. Okay? Be kind. Be kind to you. We have the medallion of Aries and Cancer. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connected to other seasons, might be important to you. Also, the key word here for some of you is imaginative. Okay, Taurus, honey. I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on, please, for Virgo? What's going on for Virgo, please? What's going on for Virgo? Page of Pentacles, the Empress, the World. Okay, you ain't the only one. All right. Knights of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups. Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Some other activity later out that someone you can connect with and understands you. But for now, let's back up. Page of Pentacles, the Empress, the World. Something's closing out. The Empress, this is either someone whom you know and are connected to, or that's you. Either way, there's some sort of cycle here that is being recognized as closing out. Doors close, doors open. We know this. We're coming to terms with this. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups. You are on this pathway where you're closing this person out in your life as being open to them bare minimum. Okay? If you have any Taurus in your chart, perhaps check theirs out. These get shuffled many, many times, and theirs was quite powerful in nature. Yours is, this is more like this, it was heading this direction. It's unfortunate. Page of Pentacles, the Empress, because the Empress, you know, the Emperor, and Empress, they're people of VIP status. Right? We give them a lot of power in our lives, and the idea is that we trust them too. You know? These are people like mom or dad. These are spousal influences for a lot of people. Okay, but the idea is that we trust them to operate in our lives in some way that says significant, right? So either you, as the Empress, can no longer invest in something or someone or situation, or you Just recognize this person possibly as being important, but the door is now closing on it. Or your two's connection. Knights of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups. As you move forward, it's going to occur to you more and more the emotional absence here. Okay? And how you, like I said, ruling them out as someone that you can be open towards. Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Now that's interesting. I see you harmonizing with somebody in the future. Well, by harmonizing, I mean matching frequencies with somebody. It's quite bright. It's quite vivacious. And that Five of Pentacles, don't quite know why that's there. We'll check it out. Could be you two are commiserating. I don't know. Okay? But someone who understands you, ideally, hopefully. Page of Pentacles, the Empress. Excuse me, the World. What's going on? Page of Pentacles, the Empress. The World. Let's give that one more shuffle. Excuse me. What's up? Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. In truth, I'm sorry, we haven't been able to see ourselves giving any more energies in this than we already have. We tried. We've tried. The thing is, at some point, if we're having to think about it that hard and we are still not enthused about what we're doing, that's where the truth lies. We're not inspired to give this situation, connection, or person any more of our energy than we already have. It's lack. We're overthinking it. And we've been overthinking it. The portions towards this have gotten smaller and smaller. And I'm sure that that has run both ways. It's not just one, it's probably two. Just how you've been feeling less inspired to give to this, probably so whoever that has been as well. Okay, we don't just give up our situations, places, circumstance, work, because just one element's a little off. It's a lot off. Okay? And we keep like, how can I give less and less to this? No. That's not the indication that something's working well or that it's healthy, right? So when something's very, very right, we don't try to minimize our efforts. In fact, we try to, bare minimum, maintain a balance or do more to achieve more with it, right? But this is, how can I give less and less to it? Because the energy towards it has gone down. Okay, that's why it's closing out. Knights of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Nine of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Four of Swords. It feels really good to kind of go your own way. It allows you to rest. It allows you to get reacquainted with you. So you're the King of Wands here then. But that's a strong sense of self, and I need to be on my own. And the more I'm on my own, the more at peace I feel. Yes, indeed. So here we have that lovely, strong sense of self and ownership of self, one's experiences and energies. And the more you recover and recoup, literally, like I said, the better you feel. Okay? So we're starting to learn then, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, is that, yeah, we're feeling safer and safer to leave this behind and no longer feeling so much of an obligation to give to this emotionally or see it as something that we need to spend our emotions on. It's like, yeah, that avenue really has closed. I don't have to keep myself open towards it anymore. I really don't. I can redirect all my energies and thoughts and feelings to me and rediscover myself, and it feels good. You're going to go through a nice long rest period where all you have to do is focus on the self, and it's going to produce some really quality energies in there for you, okay? And that's lovely. That is nice. But yeah, when you realize, oh, I don't have to supply that avenue with any more feeling That's amazing. That's just, I don't have to try to force myself to show up for feelings I don't really have, or it doesn't really have for me. I don't have to give to it anymore, or even play along like I am. Right? That's nice. 5 of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Because back here, let's be real, it does feel kind of like you two are playing along. How little can I give to you today? I don't know. How little can I give you today? And still maintain a particular face value that everything's functioning. You know what I mean? Who needs that? 5 of Pentacles, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Three of Pentacles, Judgment, King of Pentacles. When the timing is right, whatever the hell that means. But when judgment drops like that, I'm not going to argue with it. When the timing is right, I see you in future forging a connection or calling upon an old one to connect with. And practically speaking, it does fit. It does work. We'll call it friends for now. There seems to be a significance attached to this person. Like I said, you two share a common thread of frequency. You're both then cited for being ambitious, optimistic, having a strong sense of passion. Okay, creative elements attached to you both. All those things, yes? And I said, I don't know. Are you two reconnecting after much time apart? 5 of Pentacles, that's just happened sometimes. People just fall away and away from each other or fall apart sometimes. But when the timing is right with judgment, we'll reconnect. We'll just say an old friend. And it will pose for bare minimum expectations of practical alliance to reforge that connection. It does look like a reforge, but we'll just say friendship for now. I don't know what else it is. But it's interesting. It shows up with such a divine marker attached to it. Okay? And when the timing is right. I really don't know what that is. But at some point you two separated, drifted away. Life demands as such. Who knows? I don't know. A friend you hadn't talked to in forever and a day. But they are an old friend. And they seem to understand you. But yeah, if anything, it's a practical alliance for you in the future that will benefit you. Okay? I honestly don't know. But you will when the timing is right. Okay? Really don't dismiss this part, because this is where some of your best healing is going to come into play. Okay? When all you have to do is consult me, myself, and I, and you're going to remember how good that feels. And you're like, oh, I don't have to do that thing that's associated with them anymore. Ever. I don't have to show up where they are and play to get along or play nice. I don't have to. The days of have to are over. All I have to do is focus on me. And you know what? That ain't bad. Fast progress. Oh, this is going to accelerate. Move forward with swift precision and do what must be done now. Okay, so this is closing out now. There's no guarantee just because I saw the world on the opening that it's happening right away, but for some of you, you're going to fast track this. Okay, or perhaps it's been in motion and it's towards the end of finalization. Okay, in which case, that's good progress. All right, that's good progress. But yeah, that cycle's almost complete for some of you, so congratulations. But I don't know what that is, though. I really don't, but I feel like I should say congratulations anyway. I don't know. For just recognizing it, not putting up with it anymore. I don't know. Not humoring it, not allowing yourself or having to feel like you're in a position of portioning yourself to it. I don't know. 24. The Swan Hearts, Loyal Hearts, Connecting Hearts. What about it? Occupation. Ah, occupation. Someone showed more loyalty to their work or their occupation than to love. Perhaps someone here was obsessed with work. There was an unequal division of labors. Okay. I don't know. But here we have the simplest form of Two of Cups. A simple bond, really, that's meant to be, bare minimum, a basis of emotional respect, you know. But here's a constant preoccupation. It all amounted to a bunch of work, or it was uneven work, uneven labor, or somebody was obsessed with work. Whereas over here, somebody else got this exact same combination earlier. I don't remember who. The loyalty and the lovers. Want loyalty to something stronger that actually shows up correctly. 15, 18, 24, and 34. We have the letters L, B. We have the medallion of Aquarius in the reverse, the keyword here being friendly. We have the snowflake here, time of transformation, and also winter. Then we have big dollar bill, indication, of course, of the earth signs. But yeah, money and or sense of occupation might have come into play in this particular scenario. Sure, absolutely. All right, Virgo, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Capricorn, please. What's going on for Capricorn? Show me, Capricorn. All right, 7 of Wands, Judgment, and the 5 of Wands. Okay. King of Cups, the High Priestess, and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So in the opening, I see you refuse to participate. Okay, that's cool. I like it when people show me that because it's something I say all the time. You get to choose your own level of participation, especially in the presence of an argument. And you're like, I refuse to participate. So that already kind of told me this was an external argument, not an internal one. Don't get me wrong. You're taking it to an internal space of lessons have taught me to not get involved in something like this. Or I'm just putting gasoline on the fire. And it's like, I don't want to do that. I won't do it. You have to know it's worth stepping into when you argue. I completely agree. So I see you suspending yourself from an argument that seems to be outside of you. I'm sure you have thoughts and opinions on it, but it's kind of like, if I speak unto that, will be adding to the argument, not taking away from it. I'm just not gonna. Okay, we'll see. King of Cups, the High Priestess, and the 6 of Pentacles. You're showing me that all you can really do and all you're really inclined to do is kind of listen to yourself and mind your own business. But it's done so in a way that's powerful and owning of the self, specifically of the heart. So you intuitively, strongly feel you should just kind of mind your own 6 of Pentacles. You're like, I got my own stuff. And this is the stuff I actually feel good about. This is the business I need to mind. This is my to and fro activity. 6 of Pentacles is a very generic cover story in tarot that says this is what you give to, and therefore in some ways you get back from. So that could be anything. So generally, it's just people's overall sense of day-to-day operations. And you're like, this is what I do right here. We're gonna feel good about this. Okay. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Page of Cups. And then towards the end there, we have this idea of, okay, now I'm able to look at something. And then that's it. So let's see what's going on. 7 of Wands, Judgment, 5 of Wands. What's going on there? 7 of Wands, Judgment, 5 of Wands. Page of Swords, the World, the 6 of Swords. You're like, this is not Not my circus, not my monkeys. I just, like, I don't want to participate. Page of Swords, the World, the Six of Swords, that required next to no thought on your part. So what? This is very recent then, and it's going to stretch out just a little bit more. But I see it's like I refuse to participate in this argument. That's based on a lesson. You moved away from it. But like I said, you will not be involved in this. You're like, I'm trying to live on calmer shores over here, and that does not include this hot mess. So don't count me in. Don't put my name down. I will not show up to your pissed off event. You know, whatever it is. I won't show up to your drama. I won't blah. Just don't. And so you made that conscientious choice to exit this. It's too much of a hassle, a fuss, or it's just an ongoing bullshit argument that you're like, nah. I literally have better things to do with my time. But the whole point is that it was a little chaotic. It tells me it would not calm down. Okay. And like I said, you had other things you need to do with your time. And it's like, I refuse to engage in that. That's recent. That's very recent, but also, like I said, it's going to stretch out a little further. I see you continuing to separate yourself from whatever that is. Okay? King of Cups, the High Priestess, the Six of Pentacles. Overall, though, I see you keeping an open heart toward that which matters. All right? And that gentle navigation system requires tuning into. And there's some things you can just safely tune into, such as your balances, you know? King of Cups, the High Priestess, Six of Pentacles. What's up? The Moon, the Emperor, and the Empress. Okay. That's interesting. Like I said, you really are focusing on your business, and intuitively you feel your way around that. Then there's something you privately relegate some energy towards, privately, with the Moon. The Emperor and Empress. It's interesting to see those two next door like that under the Moon. So these are each other's divine counterparts, okay? Together and separate, they represent empowerment. Okay, they both command a certain level of authority, production, status, okay? Quality characters. That's under your Moon. There's something here, without further clarification, all I can tell you is that you're trying to feel your way around someone whom you feel is your equal as part of your balances. So that means they are a pre-existing person in your known world, or you know them in some way. And you perceive them as your equal, and you kind of think about that quietly. That's it. That's all I got for you. That's all you really allowed me to see. It was almost like you went out of your way to say, Christina, it's none of your business. Okay. Well, that might be. But just make sure you know. I'm all for the Moon. I really don't have too much of a problem with it until, like anything, it becomes a problem. Okay? People always live under the Moon will always get Moon results. Okay? So, and I'm going to also tell you it's normal to have secrets. It's normal to have fantasy. It's normal to have illusion. It's normal. You're alive. You're human. Just don't get lost to it, even though it's normal. Like anything. Sunshine's normal. Happiness is normal. But don't get lost to it, because then you'll always be chasing it. Everything. Right? Just don't go too far with any particular element. So when I say people, it's fine. Keep your secrets. Just not to yourself. And then you don't create too much space to get in trouble with it. You know? I have no problems with secrets, honey. I'm a fucking Scorpio. Secrets are my business. Just so long as they're not a secret to me. You know? Or you. Make sure your secrets aren't a secret to you. Be aware of them. So, in that space of comfortably feeling your way around your everyday matters and your priorities and what's of importance to you, some of that energy breaks off and is devoted to the contemplation of someone else. Quietly. That's interesting. It doesn't seem to represent that which you left behind, this argument, which you said is futile. This then is not. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Page of Cups. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Page of Cups. Page of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and there it is. There's that old balances. So whatever it is that you were quietly navigating around the subject of someone else, whom once more you seem to perceive as your equal, it starts to pull into reality at some point. Good. That means you intended to do something with that energy. You intended to do something with that quiet information. You're just working through it. Then they kind of pull through on the other side. In some way, one of you gets something going that denotes Page of Pentacles activity, some sort of investment. Okay? Whatever this is, we're experiencing some sense of triumph with it. But we seem to have the on-board presence of that person we were quietly contemplating within our wheelhouse of Six of Pentacles. So I don't know if you intend this person to be equal with you in business, and that's why you quietly contemplate them, because you did show me someone whom you believe is more or less your equal over, well, everyday matters. But then you also felt it out from the point of view of the heart. So it could be a little bit of both, which is very Capricorn, you know. It might be a love interest, Christina, but does that mean it's reliable? Does that mean it's practical? Well, I suppose you'll know soon enough for yourself, because it looks like it's shaping up enough in reality that you're pulling confidence from it. Like, that's right. My suspicions were correct. They would make a good partner. What kind of partner, Capricorn? I don't know. Well, actually, I do know, but that doesn't mean you have to know. Okay. That's cool. It's a little coy for you. But you're pleased with the results. So, who might argue with your process? That's an interesting opening, though, but good work on that. Like I said, you're going to continue to leave that behind, particularly the chaos and whatever the hell it is it represented. You know you're on track when you more or less understand that you're contemplating the direct energies and or contributions of someone who more or less you begin to suspect is your equal, that you can pull into your Six of Pentacles if nothing else. If it shapes up to be a love interest, maybe that's something you have in mind. But first you want to know if it can meet you halfway, at least in interest. Happiness is simple. I think that's what we're talking about here. You kind of want to devote more energies to simple, balanced happiness systems. But happiness is simple. Find your joy in the small wonders, for they hold the key to a fulfilling and content heart. Okay. Not to put too fine a point to it, but yeah, whatever that is. We're not going back from that. It's something you said you will not participate in again, full stop. Yeah. Continue to make space with that. That's all I can tell you. And it's death, by the way. Ace. The looking glass. Yeah, I know. I see that. You're looking real hard, but quietly, right here. 44. Looking for the details. Okay. Little mice. Resources. They're cute, but they consume. Those little bite marks add up. With this situation, with this potential person, do you want to know if they are a resource gatherer or a resource taker? And that's why you're more concerned with everyday balances. Can they give back to me as good as I get? Or are they someone who's just going to consume resources? So that seems to be an important point for some of you. And I think it's fair. Whatever it is you connect to, be it professionally or personally, you want to make sure that there are give and take principles, be it from matters of the heart, mind, spirit, or 3D resources, time, energy, and effort. Okay. I think that's fair, though. 23. Okay. We have the letters M as in mother, K, I. We have the peacock. Yeah, I saw that right there towards the end of the Six of Wands. There's a sense of visibility, recognition. I'm seeing success, bit of a showcase over there, but in a balanced way. Bare minimum, somebody here caught your eye in terms of potential. Again, professional, personal, perhaps a little both. And you are going to put out enough attention to engage their interest. Okay? And to kind of discern whatever it is you need to discern. The crescent moon in reverse, for some of you, some of these energies take place around the new moon when there's the least amount of visibility. Okay? And, okay, nothing bad, Christina. The wolf is in reverse. I'm not trying to be cunning. I'm not trying to... I'm not trying to be stealthy. It's just a process. It's just my quiet process. It's nothing bad, okay? Okay. It's not a survival thing. It's not a pursuit thing. Okay. I'm not the wolf circling cattle. I'm not doing any of that. All right? I just want to make sure it's fair. It's cool. That's all I'm saying. All right, Capricorn, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. What's going on for Scorpio? Show me Scorpio. One more. Let's take a look at Scorpio, please. What's up? The World. Excuse me, Ace of Swords and the Page of Cups. Okay. Chariot, Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Yeah. The Emperor, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Yeah. Okay, your opening was like, oh man, I don't know if I can take any more. I have to admit the earth signs were rather intense this round. And I'm like, can we lower the intensity meter for water signs? And then I'm like, oh, it's water signs, so... maybe not. But yours actually isn't too intense. It's something that you've been working through. So the World is here claiming confusion with the Eight of Swords, Page of Cups. Something here that used to cause you confusion to the point of shutting it down, avoidance. Okay, it happens with the Eight of Swords. That's coming to a close. There's something here then that you no longer feel compelled to ruminate on. Perhaps you got insight, clarity, or healing over a difficult subject. But whatever it is that used to preoccupy you, in all the worst ways, and it just left you feeling empty, at least in your mind. You know, the thoughts were just chaotic, so we shut them down. Avoided them, didn't want to look at it, and then at some point it would pick back up again, and then that cycle would start all over again. We can shut that down, okay? The Chariot, Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. Moving forward, and it's something that you're building, connecting it, feeling good about it, you know? And continuing on in that way, you know, that's lovely. The Chariot, Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups is kind of like saying, I'm going to move in the direction of the stuff that matters, that has growth potential, or I just frankly feel good about bringing together. Okay, that's it. The Emperor, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands. Strong sense of empowerment here, and a softening of the heart, possibly opening up in a way that is romantic. Don't quite know. But it's coming from good authority, so that's good. The World, Ace of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Let's take a look at this massive cycle of confusion that, like I said, well, we can stop thinking about that now. Mystery solved, I hope. What's going on here? You might hear the storm in the background. It went from light and bright to, well, not fully ominous, but definitely darker. Six of Cups, Four of Swords, the Chariot. We're moving our thoughts on at long last, a very tight knot, a mental, something here, a connection here that represents a very tight mental knot for some of you, where it seemed like you would never make progress in it. This is what we have been healing through and working through that particular mental knot. And I know there's going to be times, given the Eight of Swords is there, where you thought you weren't making any progress, that a connection here, some sort of Six of Cups, would always be confusing to you. Confusing and hurtful, confusing and hurtful. You still love it in some way. You're still bonded to it in some way, yes. But the idea, the purpose of it, the idea behind it, why did it hurt so much? Okay, we have been gently working through that knot. And congratulations, it's pretty much coming undone now. You know? Which is good. That's good. You worked through it in some way. You found some resolve over a connection. And you're showing me the Chariot after all that. So it's like I'm ready to move forward from this. And so you are. It's over here as well. It's like I don't need to think about that anymore. Whatever it is, you made sense of it. I just know it involves a Six of Cups. It's like I don't have to think about that person, my connection to them, quite so much anymore. With the Eight of Swords, with all that kind of confusion and noise running behind it, it's going to be one of those situations like, make it make sense. I can't. Right? We get overwhelmed with our thoughts, shut it down. And then you eventually have a pickup memory of the past, and then the Eight of Swords process starts all over again. Make it make sense. I can't. Shut it down. That whole time, with the Four Swords, you were making progress. Like I said, in some way, you loosened the knot. All right. The Chariot, Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups, moving forward. And it looks like into stuff that is already growing and or developing. All right. Connecting, bringing it together. What's up? Show me the Chariot, please. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups. King of Pentacles, the Magician, Two of Cups. Okay. We're on our way. We're on our way. And we are on our way in developing something lovely, supportive. And I mean supportive, emotionally supportive, and 3D supportive too. It shows up as a solid figure. And you're like, more of this, please. So it looks like this is in the works. Something here is growing between you and somebody, and it's lining up well to the 3D in that sense of practicality, responsibility, ownership, providership, steadiness. There's a steadiness around this character. So I'm not focusing on a them or they, but there's a they there. Okay? And you're like, yes. More of this. This is just what the doctor ordered. This is awesome. This feels so good. Because it feels simple and easy to understand. It is a developing love. And it shows up in a way that suggests it's here. It's happening. There's no dispute. I got two people who are more or less agreeing, yeah, this is nice. Let's keep doing this, you and me. This is pretty good. So you two are growing something together, and you're connecting to it appropriately, and so are they. And in fact, the Magician showing up under this for two people, you both want the same thing at the same time in terms of that emotional agreement. And then we're building into this, right? Yep, I'm building into this. Cool. This is my goal. This is your goal. Oh, awesome. Our goals are matching up. So I'm not saying it's perfect alignment. What I am saying is that you two are roughly on the same page at the same time. And sometimes simplicity is just best. It's just lovely. It's simple. It's easy to understand. When you're on the same page with somebody, you express it. And that way you know to keep building into it. And no one's confused. No one feels left out. No one's overgiving or undergiving. It's just right. It's just so. And it's pretty careful. It does not move fast. It does have your swiftness of intent attached to it, yes. But you see the steady pace of the growth behind it. So that's wonderful. This seems to be building in the building stages. So at some point with the Chariot, when you decided to move on, you kind of crossed the threshold into something, like I said, that started adding up and making sense sooner rather than later. But I like how two people are equally building into this at the same time in the same space, and that's wonderful. You know, you both show up when you say you're going to show up. You both contribute when it's time to contribute. When somebody expresses their feelings, someone else does too. So like I said, no one is left out or feeling like their efforts, emotional efforts or 3D efforts are being undermined. It's right here. It's beautiful. Like I said, sometimes simplicity is best. The Emperor, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Yeah, like I said, that's like from an official capacity in you, I'm assuming it's like, I'm gonna soften my heart space to this. It's pretty good. I like it. Let's keep ourselves open to this, shall we? I like this lane. It's a good lane. I'm really enjoying the scenic views along the way. It's awesome. I like what I'm doing here. I like what I'm experiencing. And, you know, and, yeah, it's great. It's pretty good, right? When you understand you got a steady passenger. It's cool. Well, I don't know who the hell's driving. I don't care. But I like how you both show up to it. So, what's going on? The Emperor, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands. You're like, yeah. You're turning me into a softie. That's what you are. You're turning me into a softie. I'm not saying you're perfect, but I like how you're standing up for it, standing next to it. And you're like, yeah. Yeah, this one's going to receive some heart. Yes. Okay. The Emperor, Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands. Oh, excuse me. Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so we have a strong truth here. You're opening up towards this because you understand that you've had some work in the old department of self-worth and coming to terms with that. This is feeling safe for you to open up into, and this is something that's been hard for you to understand. A lot of people have to take time to develop this, is that sometimes we have not always treated ourselves kindly when it comes to connecting from the point of view of self-worth. And this is something that you said you've had to learn, roughly speaking, the hard way, you know? And you're still becoming acquainted with that truth. So that kind of tells me then whatever this cycle was, while you might have been deeply bonded to it, and you've shared many a memory, and you two likely had a unique connection, it probably represented something on your timeline that suggested anti-self-worth. Okay, and that confuses people. Why do my soul bonds not work out? Why do they represent the hardest lessons to be learned in me? That's what their purpose was. Otherwise, we would have had no incentive to learn that lesson. Our soul bonds mirror as much as our strengths as our weaknesses too. Okay? Some of them stay, and we know them, we get to know them, and we have the privilege of being connected to them for a lifetime. And others for so long. Months, seasons, years. But the point is that they impart upon something in ourselves that we needed, that we were missing. And for some of you, it was a direct lesson, and to kind of stop denying what you're worth. Okay? Did you see how this was very much an equal endeavor? And I said point blank, simplicity is best. I got a King of Pentacles in here. So that tells me then, given your Queen of Pentacles, some of you have had a hard time of identifying and allowing yourselves with the Nine of Wands to give to a structure that represents your self-worth and not so much your emotional attachments. Okay? That's kind of a... I would say, I'm not trying to take it for granted, I'm just saying it's kind of a standard package lesson for Scorpio because we're such emotional investors and emotional loyalists, is that it's not always the same as someone who actually shows up and reflects it to us in reality. It's like, this is our self-worth, not how deeply we can love somebody and for how long. But someone who can give back to me as good as I give to them, right? Anyway, that's it. That's all. It's a truth, and that's why you understand in some way from a place of authority that it's safe for you to deliver your feelings to somebody, to express yourself. And for us, that's kind of a big deal. Who can we, you know, especially in those beginning stages, feel we can trust our feelings to? You know, that old bit. And you're feeling more and more safe and secure with this person every day. Because guess what? Consistency pays, folks. It really does. It's not the past and our emotional attachment that pays. It's consistency in the present. It tells us, or should tell us, if we're safe. Okay? And you do the same for them. Remember, it works both ways, yes? Simplicity is best. One last move. You have come far on your journey. Keep going, and you will soon see what you have accomplished. Yeah. Well done. Well said. Alrighty, Roo. Okay. 36 on the distant horizon. House. Ooh. FYI, some of you on the horizon, we're going to upscale the house here. Ooh. Mind you, this isn't the home card. This is the house card. It has a little bit more of of the wow factor, of the intimidation factor. Some of you might upgrade to larger homes or more showcase, or some of you are going to do some good work on your house soon. I know I'm lining up to that as well. But it's a little further out. But yeah, there's the anticipation there that we're going to anchor, not stay stuck to, but anchor ourselves to something a little bit more on the map, you know? Oh my, yes. 36 and 20. The stork. Oh, because, you know, we're creating a family here. It's beautiful. Oh, lovely. Well, congratulations to you both. And you're like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I just started da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's how it starts, honey. That's how it starts. I know. Did anybody explain the birds and the bees to you? I'm being a smartass. Don't worry about it. If you don't know me by now, honey, you ain't never going to know me. Okay, simply read. If you don't know me by now, you ain't never going to know. I don't know it. For those of you new, yes. Yes, I have a sense of humor. It's not always easily understood. It's true. It's true. I admit it. But it's there. I'm not a Mayo tarot reader, I'll tell you that, honey. I'm spicy German mustard and proud of it. Okay. What's going on? We have the letters S, G, W, and we have the ladybug. Yeah, a little bit of luck, never hurt anybody. We have the medallion of the child. Like I said, some of you are family-oriented or you're heading in that direction. Some of you might already have a child. And there's that sense of openness and vulnerability, the willingness to be loved. Okay, like I said, simplicity is best. Okay, we have the medallion of Cancer in the reverse, the keyword here being imaginative. Some of you might have some very interesting Cancer in your chart could be connecting to, or the season might be important to you. And then we have the arrow of Sag, same, and then also Cupid's arrow. As you can see, we have the hearts on the head of the arrow. And then we have the snake in reverse and upside down. Nothing malicious here, nothing venomous, nothing poisonous, nothing that's going to sneak up in the grass and bite you. Okay. None of that. Yay. Okay. All right, Scorpio, honey. I do hope this helped you. This is lovely. Good job, particularly here on this work, on your opening. That knot you thought you would never work through, you did. I hope you understand that soon. More so when you feel compelled to move forward. And that's when you kind of, like I said, cross the threshold into something that's lovely. It's simple, simply felt, expressed, and frankly easy to understand, which is nice. Like I said, I hope to help. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Pisces, please. What is going on for Pisces? Oh, honey, I must have said something because I got comments rolling in. I mean, you know, obviously I say things in messages. Point is, I may have said something a little extra. Too much. Whatever too much means to other people. Well, apparently I said it because thankfully you can't see it, but I get a preview. The Chariot, Two of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Sun. I agree. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you'll get back to what to do with this in time. But right now your opening suggests kind of like, maybe I shouldn't head off in either direction. The Chariot, Two of Pentacles, Five of Wands is kind of like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I move in this direction, it sucks. If I move in that direction, it sucks. But it's like I've got to figure out where my Chariot's supposed to be. So the Chariot is kind of commanding in that sense of, where are you pointing me? Where are you taking me? So this is our energy, our actions, our intentions, and it has a swiftness of, this is where I'm supposed to be, but with a bolder attachment to it. And Two of Pentacles, Five of Wands, it's like, I can't move in either direction without pissing something off. And that includes yourself too. It's unhappy choice met with unhappy choice. You're going to get back to that. Over here, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Sun. You're like, let me just focus on me. I know that's going to make me happy. And you're kind of show me I'm good over here. This feels good. I like this. I can breathe here. So Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Sun. It really is enjoying the simple things, and it speaks to tones of home, being comfortable in one's environment, really focusing on one's self-worth, that kind of thing. Putting more TLC into you. And it's stuff that's established. Okay. And you're like, that's so much better. And it is. It's a lot more refreshing. It's a lot more relaxing. So I see you pulling yourself aside from this decision and kind of giving yourself the room or space you need to breathe. Okay. Again, focusing on the self a little more as opposed to whatever this is. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords. And like I said, you'll get back to it, but from a point of view that suggests you had time to back off to make a decision. Okay. So now you can say, and truthfully ask yourself, Pisces, from a place of experience and what we know about this situation, what do we think? Let's solve this. Because the King and Queen of Swords aren't big fans of the Ace of Swords. So while many of you might have a tendency to overthink the situation, in this respect, in future, you're like, oh no, we're going to work through it. I will find an answer to this, even if it's an uncomfortable answer. But it will be the one that's right for me. So that's good. That's good. That's good quality insight and reflection. I just want you to be in a space where in future, when you find yourself landing on a decision, that you can comfortably own it. Okay, that's all I care about. But I agree with you, Chariot, Two of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Whatever that is, it's like rock in a hard place. Choice A sucks. Choice B sucks. I hear you. What to do, what to do, what to do. I like how you find a temporary answer. You know what? I don't like either of my choices, so I'm going to go over here in my little Pisces house or whatever it is, and I'm just going to quietly lock the door and shut out the world. I'm not saying you're being passive. No, it's a big difference. It's kind of like if I got more in touch with myself, I would be able to unravel this a little more effectively. And I think there's something to that. Chariot, Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. You shut the door, locked doors. But I was also thinking, I think Pisces listening to their music. What do you listen to? And don't say fish. I mean, unless that's legitimately fish is your jam, but don't say fish. But in the general sense, what does Pisces listen to? You feel free. Oh, don't link it off, though, because YouTube will block links. Okay, so just tell me. Anyway, Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. I know. See, your heart doesn't like either direction. There's a strong expectation with the Chariot here for you to show up and make it declarative in a form of action. And you're like, my heart's not in this, brah, sis. My heart's not here for this. I don't like it. I don't like either. I don't want to show up to choice A or choice B. Okay? You can go ahead and say what you want about me. I don't care. My heart's not into this. Okay. So your Chariot is being commanded, Pisces, make a decision. Time, energy, and effort. What you going to do? What are you going to give us? How are you going to resolve the situation? You're like, I'm not. It doesn't speak to you personally. Queen of Cups, if you could exit this, you would. You don't like it. It looks like some sort of argument that you are expected to throw your weight into, like your weight as in your decision, your thoughts, your feelings, actions. Particularly actions. What are you going to do to help with this, solve this problem? I'm not. At least not right now. That's a temporary withdrawal, it looks like to me, because your heart's not in it. I think you've circled around the wagons, if you will, several times, and you're no wiser for wear about what to do. Again, you don't like either option. You don't believe in either option. Otherwise, you would have stood, I believe, behind one and picked a direction. Therefore, your time, energy, effort would have gone into that direction. You understand? I got you. So, temporarily backing away from this space because your heart's not in it. I don't blame you for that. I really don't. It's like I'm gonna take my Page of Pentacles elsewhere for the time being. I'm gonna take care of myself for a minute. You know? I don't disagree with you. Okay? I don't disagree with you. Especially if you think you putting your opinion or action into something is gonna make things worse. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Huh. I don't blame you. Now, I'm not saying that, again, once more, it doesn't look passive to me, like Seven of Swords and Five of Swords is straight up lie. I think you're being honest with this. I don't think I should choose either. I don't think I should lend myself to either argument. Maybe you think you're not qualified, or maybe honestly with the Queen of Cups there, you really don't believe in either. Not from the heart, no. And for water signs, it's kind of, I mean, anybody else would be like, oh. Yeah, well, you know, you're not a water sign, are you? I mean, yeah, blockage, I don't like it. Something's not right. Now, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Sun. Let me tell you something. I'm not one of these people that automatically defends feelings. Well, this is how I felt. That doesn't mean you get to be an asshole. But there is something legitimate here about I don't feel like either is correct for me. And that could be lending to your sense of morals and beliefs, such as we might see with the Hierophant. Who knows? Anyway. All right. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Sun. Focus more on your needs. Yeah? The Emperor, Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Your Nine of Pentacles will appear later. For now, I see you sitting and holding tight, once more focusing on your needs as you best understand them. And that's going to give you a sense of reprieve, a sense of time out, some space to breathe, for you to kind of gather yourself, your wits, your thoughts, your feelings. It's kind of like I need to get reacquainted with what I would do personally for me. And that's how we're meeting our needs in this situation. So it's looking a little rough, right? But this is coming from a place of authority in you. So I want you to rely upon that, the Emperor. And this is where you find yourself defending yourself. And I'm sorry you're in that position. But I also have to trust your instinct on this one because I think you are as well. Okay. But yeah, your Nine of Pentacles reappears later. It's just you personally are defending your position here. Okay? In your quiet space. In your comfort zone. I understand. Your comfort zone is your comfort zone. All right. Spend a little more time with you. Figure out what your needs are. And that's going to help you reapproach this. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords. And now I see you being a little bit more in possession of you, your experience, your thoughts. You're like, okay, let's readdress this. I really don't know what this is, guys. I'm sorry it's being so vague, but you didn't explicitly tell me. And that's because there's a couple of conflicts in there. And you don't want to participate in either, at least not as is. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. King of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. There it is. Okay, there it is. There's the working solution that you were looking for. You needed to break away in order for you to get reestablished with a comfort with yourself. Okay, just so you could get that answer right there. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords. I told you. I see you with a sense of commanding. Let's go back, readdress this. King of Swords, there's the solution you're looking at. Seven of Cups based on your Queen of Pentacles experience back here, where you took the time out to get reacquainted with your own needs and sense of self-worth so you could go out of your way to find a working solution that is best for you and perhaps this situation. So I don't know ultimately what you're going to back or choose, but it looks to me like modification is involved, which is a very Piscean process. It's like we don't actually have to do just strictly A or B. Perhaps there's a compromise here, and that's what I see you doing. In other words, you're leaning into your skill set as Pisces to find a compromising solution that best suits the situation, not just yourself, but you are also involved. And you wanted to know what you would do, but you need to pull yourself aside. Well, congratulations, you got that information. And there it is. So once more, what you absolutely don't do, and what you absolutely don't do, and what you absolutely will do, that's up to you. I don't know. It's not in here, but yeah, it is. There's the solution. Okay? You will see it for yourself in future. And it's not far away. We're talking days, maybe weeks. It's in there. I see it. That's very close to you. That future is. It's not far away at all. But I like this. And I like that you like it. You're showing me confidence around this. There is a compromise in here. And you honestly, intellectually conclude, this is pretty good. I like this. Good job. Good job. Trust your skills. Trust your experience. And some of you are showing me the withdrawal process, but withdraw with intent, purpose. It makes sense. It really does. Okay? But I agree. It's like, I'm not going to get caught up in this. I'm not. There's so much pressure in that opening for you to pick either A or B. And you said, okay, is there a third? Because they both suck. You're like, I really don't want to put my weight behind either of these. Okay. There is really excellent evidence for you that says compromise in future, and you helped design it. That's good. This is something that you feel comfortable with, something you can live with. Honest echoes. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. Yeah, honest echoes. Yeah. I can also see where it seems like the same thoughts and opinions are echoing in the background. But you know the truth, so go within to discover it and find it. It's in there. Okay. Good job. Very good. All signs have pros and cons, and I think you really demonstrated the Piscean pros today. Yeah, poverty 37, there could be money issues at play, and for that I am sorry. You know, again, finding a solution that works for you is going to be very imperative to this, but it's something we can't just ignore or walk away from either. I know. We're trying to avoid, it seems then, too much loss of resources. All right? Number 37. And someone might be claiming poverty, and they're trying to point it at you, this or that, Pisces. And you're like, neither. That doesn't work for me either. Okay. Number 3, the ship out there on the horizon. Yeah, not too far out is the solution. Okay? All right. Oh, lots of letters today. Z, P, S, J, K, and then we have Pegasus, the freedom to choose, the freedom to take action. Yes, I agree. Good job. Good job demonstrating personal choice today, as well as helpful compromise to the situation. That's really good. That's cool. All right, Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me oh. Some of you might be pouring some really good energy into work these days, FYI. I tried to jump out my hand. What's going on, please? What's going on for Cancer? Let's do one more. Show me Cancer, please. Oh. What's up? What's going on? Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Nasty little combination that is. Four of Cups. Oh, no. No, we don't like that. Death. The Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Still don't like it. But at least it's finding resolve. The Magician. Two of Wands. The Seven of Cups. A little further out. Not bad. That's a rough opening. Okay, so for those of you who just don't want to hear it, I understand. Check your the placements. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Four of Cups. That's a lot of I'm unhappy and I don't know what to do. And staying in that mode for a very long time. Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, effectively, there's really no chance to counter that, you know. In terms of making progress, do I want people to make progress with massive amounts of confusion and not knowing what to do? Absolutely. But that in and of itself should tell us a lot about what's not happening. If we cannot find a constructive solution to an ongoing issue that makes us increasingly unhappy, and let's be clear, very unhappy for you. It's ongoing. It doesn't alleviate. That tells us a lot. Even while we insist, it tells us nothing. We just know it's not changing. Yeah, exactly. That's your answer. But it's hard to see that. Right? Very hard to see the obvious. Okay. Sometimes, yes. Absolutely. Death. Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. There it is. That's the recognition that whatever this is literally meeting the definition of not working out. There's a balance here that's not adding up, and it's leaving you short at the end of the day. So the Six of Pentacles is a very, very blanket cover term in tarot for anything that we participate in, and we ideally get something back from it. Yeah, it's the give and take principle, so it doesn't just apply to work. It's anything that you act as a functionary participant in because you get something back in it, or you're supposed to get something back from it, and ideally you balance out even or you make some profit. But Five of Pentacles suggests, no, not that. It's running in the negative. And we've been floating around this idea of what to do, what to do, what to do. I don't have any more solutions to this, and it's making me unhappy. What to do, what to do. So it's circular. That's a very circular argument and feeling. We don't like that. And you know, here's why. If something cannot be transformed, and it's taking away from the quality of your life, your sense of self, your existence, it's that time of understanding. It's probably best let go. Stop giving to it, because it most certainly isn't giving to you. Not in the way that you need. Okay? The Magician, Two of Wands and Seven of Cups. Further out, I see you looking like you're almost comfortably manifesting being open, and whatever that means to you. But it looks comfortable, like I said. It doesn't look pushed. It doesn't look too fast or anything like that. It's like I said, it's actually a pretty comfortable speed. It's like, I'm open to suggestions in future. So we'll see. We'll see what that is for you. But it's a nice change, you know. It's a nice little switch up there. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Four of Cups. All right, let's see what this mess is about. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, excuse me, and the Four of Cups. Ace of Wands, and the Lovers. Oh, strong connection here. We don't know what to do with it. It seems like the most obvious choice is communication, but for some reason the communication keeps getting shut down as a proposed theory. There's energy behind it that's positive, it's bright, it's hopeful, but you're like, that's not an option. It's not an option. Communication with this person is not an option. What else you got? I don't, and neither do you. So if you feel like you cannot talk to this, like honestly, because that seems to be, I told you, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups, that's the same as saying, I don't know 1,000 times over, but we still hope to get an answer. There's only one answer to it, and that's communication. Okay? That's where the energy shows as a positive strike or a match being lit for hope. And you're like, that's not an option. Okay, then. I can see why it's been with you. I can. You know, strong connection there. Very. But you floating this idea, what to do with it, I can't. What to do with it, I can't. It makes you miserable. It won't change. Okay? Or it hasn't changed. Or just, especially if we see communication as not an option. For some reason, that seems to be the only tangible thread to this, to alleviate the Two of Swords and Two of Pentacles, but for you, it's a non-option. Or that's how you perceive it. Okay. Death, Six of Pentacles. I don't know. The way that communication comes through as being bright as the only possibility suggests then that probably is. But it's almost like you've given up on it and it pisses you off. It upsets you that you've given up on it. Death, Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. It's interesting. It's interesting to me because Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and Judgment. Oh, this is going to be a choice to let this go. It's going to be a choice. Like I said, if it will not transform, if the situation will not change, and you don't see communication as a realistic option. Again, I have to push back, honey. It looks like the brightest recourse. Okay. We've discussed that. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and Judgment. It's going to be a choice to let this go because I can see that you have grown this to some extent. It is a garden for which you are familiar with. I know you have roots in this, but it is chalking up to a situation that remains under functioning. Yes. Okay. So if it cannot be transformed, if it cannot be changed, it is going to represent a choice on your part to really opt out of it, to completely walk away from it, abandoning the root structure of whatever was grown here. And that way, excuse me, you can alleviate within you that sense of pressure that there's anything to do. Because if you are well and truly understand that there is no other option for this, to talk to it, never mind expand it, or get reacquainted with its growth at all, with that Seven of Pentacles, then it is, we got to make that decision from a spiritual place in this judgment. I have got to let this go. They can't give me any more, or I can't give any more to this, and I know that it would never go beyond the Seven of Pentacles. I know that. I give myself permission to let this go. Okay, it has to be a choice. Okay. Now you have direct lessons about stuff working out and stuff that grows. And it is always a direct contribution of we get back what we put in. So where is this underperforming? Because that is where we're not giving to it enough, or this connection's not giving enough to something in the reality structure to make it shape the hell up. Okay? I don't know. But if we can pinpoint where this connection is underperforming, then it becomes a logical thing. Can that be corrected? Can I give to this at a better frequency? And can they? Can we? And if you can answer that, then you know if you can give yourself permission to really let this go. Or maybe you can start believing again that communication might hold some hope. I'm not big on false hope. I'm really not. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like playing into it. I read what's here, not what isn't. Okay? But that's... It looks like a golden thread in a shit stack of needles. Okay? So, anyway. The good news is you have a pile of needles, so all you have to do is pick one. And then you'd have one source material to work with. But again, you got to know if it's worth it. Can you pinpoint why this was underperforming? And that's something that you can see reasonably now as countering or not. Okay, the Magician, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. Now that's interesting. I'm not sure what I was expecting from your reading today. I'm not saying it was necessarily this or not this, but It's different, you know? It's different. The Magician, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. Queen of Wands, the Five of Wands. That's interesting. Two of Cups. You did say, dear universe, I'm open to suggestions. Well, something went live for you in future instead of just in theory, or something, like I said, went live. It's looking that we got somebody's attention, because I can only see an argument if two people are engaging in it. So, yeah, there's something here, and you did say you were open to suggestions. But here's the thing: there's also love, and there's also a sense of attraction too that's being pulled upon, and it's almost like you're saying some attention is better than no attention. Well, it's not quite right. It's kind of like, if there needs to be an argument, so be it, or if we need to hash things out, so be it. Because you said you're open to solutions, and then I had a Five of Wands show up, so it might be that this is. That golden thread represents a dialogue that could be uncomfortable, yeah, as we associate with the Eight of Wands, and there's the Two of Wands, and then with the Five of Wands. So it could be, at the base of it, honey, there's an uncomfortable dialogue that actually represents the only real direct route to this strong connection is putting something to rest, settling a dispute, confrontation. I don't recommend confrontation unless it's warranted. You got something to say, speak your piece, you know. And that works both ways. But you said you're willing to listen. You're open to solutions. Yeah. It's looking like we're going back to that solution that we said is impossible. It's not one. So, I mean, tarot doesn't dictate anything you do. Tarot's a proof of choice, not the absence of it. I can only read what's here, not what isn't. I thought this was terribly interesting, and I still think it is. This was a hefty portion where I think many of you are currently at. In that respect of, I have roots with this. I understand it's a choice, but understand what your choices are. If you authentically believe that you can pinpoint the issue between you two and counter it. Okay. Not just develop it, but kind of pick it up where it left off. You feel comfortable, you can build into it, and you feel reasonably confident that they might as well, so long as the issues are addressed. Then I say go for it. Otherwise, no, make the choice to leave this alone. And give yourself permission to be okay with it. Okay? But other you in future, you're doing that Cancerian shit that you're so famous for. It's like, I don't know that I'm done with this. Emotionally, I still feel like... I still feel like not everything's been tried yet. I kind of respect you for that. Because you were so adamant, it's not possible, it's not possible. Oh, I think it is. I think the solution that is possible just represents an uncomfortable choice. I do. An uncomfortable choice that addresses the argument. Now, if it helps you, what's in there is this. There is a mutual feeling, and there is a sense of passion. There was a little fighter. They got a little fire spirit, you know? What you might call a spitfire. That's fine. I've seen that before. It's usually the bark is louder than the bite, but you know, that doesn't make what they have to say or you have to say any less real or valid. Well, I'm saying some people have a little bit more of that fiery disposition, you know? But hey, tarot represents choice. I'm seeing a tarot who's like, I don't think I'm done with this. I really don't. I've thought about it, and I'm glad you've thought about it. That means you're owning it. I've thought about it. I think I'm going to dial this one in. You know? But it's interesting. So Do remember your opening. How much time you kind of spent saying it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, and I'm miserable, I'm tired of thinking about it. I hear you. But it's like the communication, nope, not a possibility. Shut that shit down. Nope. And yet there's that golden thread. I would really like to extend this one, but I don't do extendeds. Mountain of Mastery. Ascend toward, I'm so sorry. Ascend toward self-realization and triumph. Guided by the soul presence of the Mastery Mountain Pathway. I understand. Sorry about that. I don't have my readers with me right now. I probably should have set that up for myself, but I did not. Mountain of Mastery. Yeah. You wonder if you can conquer this mountain, this challenge. I don't know. I'll tell you, honey, it takes two people, though. It takes two people. Journey number 10. Some of you are on journeys right now as we speak. A little bit of luck. This could represent a long journey, but a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck's on your side. Yeah. Anything else here, please? Message. Loyalty. That's very sweet. Oh, that's kind of sweet. There's a loyalty there. There's that message. Okay. Number 7. And the loyalty of the dog here. 18. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. Hmm. 7 and 18. I'm not sure why I'm hesitating. Just, you know. I still react to big puppy eyes to this day. It's very sweet, though. Anyway. H, Y, and then we have your medallion here. Cancer, of course, imaginative. Yeah, obviously you could have some very interesting Cancer in your chart other than the placement that you're watching it for, or perhaps it's because of that placement. But yeah, and could be connecting to a fellow Cancer, and then the season, of course, obviously might be important to some of you. You know what's interesting? How I knew, I was like, okay, I see we're giving this up. We're saying this is a situation that's not going to work, and then we put clarifiers down. I'm like, oh, shit. We have a choice in development. It has to be done from the heart, but sometimes two people can pick up where they left off. That's true. I never deny it. I see it all the time. Sometimes I see two people dedicate to the idea of clean slate. You didn't show me that, which I think is good. I think that's clever of you. Clean slate takes a lot of mutual energy to do that, and it's something that we can see actually with families, friendships that go way back, that kind of thing. This is not like a clean slate thing. This is more to do with progress as a choice, but I have to choose it. So we're not necessarily convinced here we're going to throw the whole thing out. Okay. Anyway. Cancer, honey, I hope this helped you. I do. I like how you're open to suggestions, because it's the very one that you were so convinced it wasn't going to work. And I don't know. I think I've seen something like that for you before recently, didn't I? Where I say, yeah, you two are going to have what looks like a overdue, perhaps, confrontation, maybe argument. And I know it gave me a little laugh, and this one still kind of does in its own way. But nonetheless, I hope it helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Oh, thank you. Oh, I love you too. I love you too, my Santa baby. My Santa girl, Santa pond. Oh, goodness, you were angling hard for that treatise, huh? That's okay. I don't blame you, because it's been a long, boring, rainy day. You might have been hearing it in the background. But yes, thank you, Pumpkin. Oh, good girl. What is my good girl? What should we do? Should we play a little bit? Yeah, you want to play? You want to get a toy? All right, I guess we're going to get some much-needed playtime. And yeah, anyway, there was Cinnamon. That was nice. I was doing some shorts, and she decided to join us for a little bit. Anyway, thanks, guys.